Hello, wonderful ULARP watchers, and welcome back to the super mega fun time we've been looking forward to not dying in this stream.
Hooray!
Yay!
Yay!
We somehow managed to get to episode 50.
Wow!
So congratulations. I think 50 is a nice fitting end to the game. So, good luck.
Would you stop?
Right. Yeah, here we go. Notices, as always. I don't think we've got many at all. Thank you, as always, to Critic, who have been doing our dice. Not that we've been using them, which is annoying. They've got loads of new dice coming out, so check those out and say you came from us, and that will be grand. I'll do a quick recap and we'll move on. So, you find yourself up on a mountain pass. Not an enjoyable mountain pass, but a deep, dark, cold. Snowdrifts, avalanches. You're coming out of where you had spent the night, walking across this very fragile bridge, and two of you had offered to go ahead as scouts. Bronwyn and Hunter, as you've been recently named. Was it Red?
Red.
Oh,
it was Red I took with me.
It was Wolfie Red.
Bronwyn and Wolfie Red, you went ahead. You're about 150 foot ahead of the others, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
150 yards, sorry. Walking round the side of this mountain. You'd been told you were maybe about 2 hours by Kasimir, this dusk elf. It prepared you for the worst. There's something uneasy up here. Something unnatural, something evil, something ancient. As you make your way round this path, Red, you're sure no one has travelled this way for at least a month. You rounded a couple of corners, and as you did, you could feel something uneasy, something watching you. Let me just get my dice. You couldn't smell it on the air. And then at the last second, this large mountain goat. Horns coming round, covered in, there's scrapes and wounds on it, with deep red eyes staring at you. With a single snort, it charged out of nowhere with barely any time to react. Can everyone give me initiative, please?
Hey. I love it.
Oh, nice.
Why is mine not rolled? Yeah, that time I did.
15, not bad.
I'm the slowest.
I rolled a fucking 4.
What did you get, please? At the front, just the two at the front. It's not the whole shebang.
I was 18.
20.
Ah, nice. Red. Sensing that something was wrong and going with your gut, you react quicker and you see this creature. You can tell it is preparing to charge. Its weight is moving forward. It has done the single paw, and then to push itself off, which gave it away. You react lightning fast. Behind you is a humongous fall into mist and nowhere. What do you do?
Red is going to move, so we've no longer got the drop behind us.
It'll be tricky. You'd have to... It's kind of coming down the slope towards you. So
yeah.
You'd either have to move to the... Even if you moved back or forwards, you're still going to kind of have this behind you-ish, really. The only way is to kind of charge up the slope into it.
She's going to move to the side then, so she's not directly in the way of this goat's path. Okay. The others are still really far behind, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just you and me, really.
She's also going to howl as well, a warning.
Nice.
To alert the others.
Oh, woo.
Yeah, anything else you want to do? You're just you move and you howl.
Yeah, it's more preparing.
Bronwyn, the goat is bearing down on you.
So it's quite a narrow.
Very
path?
narrow mountain path, and it's coming straight down towards you. It's about 20 foot away at the moment, 25 foot at most.
She would like to cast Magic Circle centered on herself.
There are components involved with that spell.
Oh, is that a bum?
Magic Circle's quite a big spell.
It's a very big spell.
10 foot.
Yeah, but there's components involved.
The components you need.
Holy water or powdered silver and iron worth at least 100 gold.
I have the holy water.
And the casting time is 1 minute.
No, in which case it takes them. In which case she is going to... Presumably we've got the drop on one side and like a cliff face on the other? Or
you've got it's coming down the slope into you, and you've got the drop here. Red has kind of moved backwards, so the goat would have to change its angle to hit her. So then she might be able to, you know what I mean? If she's kind of dived to the left, she wouldn't be going over. But it is coming like T-junction onto you, straight on to smash you off. What do you do?
Yeah, Jill basically do the same as Red, kind of just try to get to the side so it goes past rather than
it's going to smash into you. What's your AC, please?
It is... I've lost the right bit. I think 16.
So, thinking it had the surprise on you, as it comes barreling towards you, and as you move backwards, it kind of half loses its footing and struggles to kind of move round to the right angle, and doesn't actually manage to land an attack on you. It manages to save itself from falling off the cliff with a 1 followed by a 6. But it thought it had the surprise on you, and it's completely now... There's kind of a bit of a shock on its face as it saw how quickly you reacted.
Mm-hmm.
The others, you hear this howl from up ahead. What do you
do? Ready an arrow on my bow and head in that direction.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
I'll start rushing forward.
You come to arms and move forwards. Getting all your equipment out, you can move a single movement. So you can't see what's going on this turn, but probably next turn.
I don't draw anything, I just run.
Cool, double run. Yeah, you can see, from this location, Hunter, you can kind of see the backs of them, but you can't see what they're fighting.
Okay.
Red, your turn. So it's now kind of on a level playing fields with you. It's kind of on the path that you were on, and it's now facing down onto you. It would be Is it
still moving, or is it stopped
It's
now?
kind of come to this skidding halt. Imagine it was trying to ram you off, and you just reacted so quick and it didn't realise. It thought it was going to smash one of you off the cliff. You both reacted lightning fast, and it's now kind of a skidded halt and is now facing you. Your knowledge of creatures like this is they do have a bonus if they can ram you. If they can build up some momentum and smash into you, they do more damage. It can't do that to you at the moment.
So, I want to attack it. However, on my D&D Beyond sheet, it does not have my stats for wolf.
That's okay.
The dire wolf.
Just use it from the back of your sheet and just roll some dice.
1 minute, I'm going to have to... Sorry.
I don't know if you've got any dice with you.
I'll get my dice roller in a moment, but I need to find...
That's cool. We'll say you delay for a moment.
So yeah, I'll delay my turn whilst I just find everything.
Yeah, Bronwyn.
I would like to... How... Is it like literally on me?
No, it's about 10 foot in front of you.
Okay. So that is enough to... just getting myself up. I want to hit it with an arrow
Yep.
but cast as I do Ensnaring Strike.
Okay. What does that do?
So I don't know. Do I roll to hit and roll for the spell?
Roll to hit first.
So when you hit the creature with a weapon attack, basically it gets ensnared in vines when it gets hit.
Okay, cool. Give me a roll to hit and tell me how to react to it. What it does. Okay, roll to hit for me.
Yeah. I'm just a large or larger creature has advantage.
Okay, it's a
be
big old boy.
Standard bow. Yeah. That rolled. Technology is not my friend tonight.
12 piercing.
Yes. 26 to hit.
Nice.
So let me just check. So it's 12 piercing. And the time you hit a creature with a weapon attack, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by vines.
Okay. Brilliant.
Large or larger creature has advantage.
So 12 damage on him. Yeah, you draw back.
And while restrained, it takes...
Launch the first. You can see kind of like, it's not...
well, damage...
Pardon, Catherine?
So it won't take any damage from the entanglement now, but at the start of each of its turns, it's 1d6.
Perfect. Instead of vines, it is the ice itself tries to encase it as this magical arrow explodes into it. Is that you can make 2 attacks per round if you want to do something else?
That would be the 2 because it's 2 separate things.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Red.
Cool. So that's what I rolled to hit. 23.
Perfect.
And then it is 2d6 plus 3 biting. So that's 15.
Nice.
And then I'm going to try and... It needs to do a strength saving throw of 13 or higher. Otherwise it's knocked prone.
No. It seems really sure on its feet. And even on this ice, you can see it's quite comfortable now that it's kind of the surprise of you guys jumping to the side. As you bite into it, its skin feels incredibly resilient and tough. And like it's a real issue and real challenge to get your like jaws into it. You like try and grab onto its shoulder, getting round its large horns. Sink your teeth in slightly, but the flesh is incredibly cold and hard, and you don't think it's done as much damage as it should have. He's going to try and hit you back. What is your AC, please? That might hit.
My AC is...
It's got to be 18.
15.
Yeah, he's got you.
Okay.
Ugh, rubbish damage. Take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Although he can't charge, he just rears back onto his back feet for a second and brings his large head down at an angle and collides in with you, sending you about 5 foot back down the path. You wouldn't have wanted him to do that with nothing behind you.
Yeah.
The others...
Well, we still got the temporary hit points, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, you do indeed. Yeah, so just knocks those off.
Cool.
It's my go. Whose go is it?
Yeah, we'll just do you as a group. The others, I'm guessing you just sprint in towards.
Yeah, I want to get in front of the ones who look a bit more flimsy.
It's awkward terrain as you're kind of making your way around. At the moment, you can go shoulder by shoulder. You can go 2 at a time. So Hunter's a bit in the head, and then I'm guessing it is Constance and Jackal, and then Elian at the back with Kasimir.
Can I get into combat with it?
You can, but you'll have to make acrobatics to kind of get past both Bronwyn and Red to get to it.
Yeah, cool.
Bad. Yeah, you're coming in full sprint, coming towards it, and it's a very...
13.
No, not enough. You kind of get to them and you take a couple of steps around the bank. The sort of snow and ice underfoot is compressed and hard ice. As you do, you feel your feet starting to slide from underneath you, and you know you're not going to make it.
Has it visibly got an arrow in it from Bronwyn?
Yep, for sure.
Okay, I'm going to try and get in front of Bronwyn as the person that it's most likely to try and attack.
Okay. Yeah. You try and... So the kind of rest of you come up as a big party of thugs to come and beat up my poor mountain goat. But it's awkward terrain to get to it. To try and like get past it because it's big is quite tricky.
Hang on a sec. When you say poor mountain goat, if I'm remembering correctly, didn't you describe it as having red eyes?
It was a demon goat.
Yeah, it's a demon goat.
With like, didn't it have like blood and stuff all over its horns?
Yeah,
we'll jump back to the beginning.
Feeling the love.
So, Red, it is your turn.
I'm gonna attack it again. I'll just use my rolly. So it was.
You can hear, Red, the sound of people arriving behind you. The crunch of fresh snow as something's coming up behind you. Just a slimy tilt of the head is all you need to see that it is Hunter coming through the snow, but he's not agile enough to make it there in one round. As you look back to this goat as it plants itself, it's going to be tricky if you continue to attack it from this side for anyone else to get in melee combat with it.
Yeah. What angle? Am I at its face at the minute?
You are indeed, yeah.
Right, so just going to go skirt round slightly and go for its like haunches, its back legs.
Yeah, so try and get up and round the...
Yeah. So that was to hit.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And then 2d6 plus 3, 10.
Nice.
Bite damage. I'm going to guess it's hella strong.
You might take it down. It's sure-footed, which means it gets advantage to being tripped.
Yeah.
Wiry AF.
No, can't drop him. How much damage was it in total? 10?
That was 10.
Does that count as magical damage?
I don't think it does yet. I think it needs to be higher druid level for magical.
Yeah, I think it is for you. It's bleeding heavily, but again... Oh, hey, Greg, mate. Hope you're well, buddy. As you bite into it from the rear, or into its flank, you can see that this thing has been brutally attacked before, and that like the flesh is almost frozen over in places where there's no fur, and you can see these kind of gashes and arrow marks in it. This creature looks pretty old. He's been around for a while.
It's still alive, right? It's not like a creepy undead goat.
No, it's still alive. There's something to it, something horrendous to it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Bronwyn, you can feel Constance's kind of jest got to you and a shield's come in front. Red as kind of this wolf has got round to the side of it. You're aware that it can now charge at you, though, because there's nothing in front of you apart from Constance. There's just about got to protect you. What do you want to do?
And presumably, if I try and back away, that will give it an attackable opportunity.
No, you're not in close combat with it. You're not in close combat.
Oh, okay.
No, Red kind of countercharged it as a wolf.
She would basically give the floor to Constance, drop back behind her. She prefers to be at a slight distance.
Cool.
So she'll drop back.
Only one attack this round, then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, give me a roll to hit.
Hang on. That would just be a standard whack with a longbow. Not whack, a hit with a longbow. Not going to whack it with a longbow.
Charge it! Ah!
15?
Is a miss.
Oh, no.
As it goes flying, with it being in combat and all this other going on around it, the arrow flies wide. Constance.
Pulling
it's
out
going to
my...
charge.
Cool. I'm standing there with a shield.
Yeah, you plant yourself.
Plant myself. Warhammer in hand.
Goat is useless. Red, give me attackable opportunity on it for me, please.
Is that just...
Yeah, just an attack. Yeah.
Just an attack? 13.
Is a miss, I'm afraid. Constance, give me an attackable opportunity on it, please.
Yeah. Is this one?
And Hunter, give me an attackable opportunity on it, please.
That wasn't a good roll.
Can I shove it?
Not with this attack, no.
What, shoulder barge it?
Just shove it off a cliff.
Very nice.
I don't have anything out.
So, yeah. How much damage was that? Just 3?
3.
And what was your attack constants, please?
It was 11, so it wasn't very good.
Okay, no. As it comes running forwards to charge into you, Constance, Red, you can see it again as it just does the kind of telltale creature's just about to charge. It brings itself up on its back feet just slightly and then comes lunging forwards, and you just clip its back hoof, which sends it slightly spinning to the side, and it loses its footing yet again as it comes colliding into combat, but it's completely off balance and it can't defend itself as you guys just wail in some attacks, but you don't think it's taken much damage. Now, Constance, it's your actual... Hunter, it's your actual turn.
I would like to use one of my blood maledics, so I need to roll a d6 on myself. Boop, boop, boop. Taking 6 damage. Ooh.
Mate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But what I need it to do is I need it to do a strength check for me. DC 13.
Yes, got it.
Well, I did pass, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I was doing the blood curse of binding. Okay. That was a bonus action. My extra action is to charge it and shove it twice off the cliff.
It will get an attackable opportunity on you.
I'm trying not to roll off it with it.
So you're just going to try and wrestle it.
Attack of opportunity on me.
Yeah. So if you're...
Because a shoving action is just an attack action.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so a shoving is using an attack action. You can make a special melee action attack to shove a creature, either knock it prone or push it away from you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it. Go for it then. So how does that work?
It's just a normal attack. So I'll use unarmed strike. So 12 is probably a miss, and then I try and push it again. 7. Yeah, brilliant. No. Just my rolls today.
It is fantastic. Managed to plant itself as you kind of grab onto its horns and wrestle with it. But it is, when it's got all 4 feet planted, it's a toughie.
It's not an attack action.
Oh no,
it's a strength athletics check.
Versus a strength versus.
Also, shouldn't it be restrained?
Okay, we'll just go with your first roll. He's too strong. No, he broke it. Sorry.
Did he? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, he just tore out of it with no trouble at all.
I just completely missed that.
He's a meaty boy.
Big boy.
Constance.
Go.
I would like to hit him underarm in a big swing up.
What weapon are you using, please?
The Warhammer.
Yeah, give me a roll to hit.
And I get him underneath the chin there. It's this one, isn't it?
Yep.
26.
Oh, it's a big hit.
That's 7 bludgeoning.
Yeah, again.
You got another attack, by the way.
I know.
Yeah. Second attack.
And I am going to I'll attack him again. 27. I won't use up all my good rolls right now. That's
use your rerolls as well.
No, she's got 17 damage so far.
And I'm then going to also shove him with my shield.
Oh,
with
nice.
With my shield master shove. So I can use a bonus action to try and shove a creature within 5 foot of you with your shield.
So that's an athletics.
Athletics, fine.
Pretty good.
28.
Oh, crit.
That's a crit.
Oh,
that's a crit.
Nice. Poor mountain goat.
Okay, you can move him 5 feet any direction, really.
I want to just boot him towards the cliff face.
Yeah. Okay, here's what happens. As Hunter tries to wrestle with it, and the large goat turns his head, and it is a kind of to and fro, and you can see he moves back a little bit, but the goat plants himself very well. And then as you come in with the first blow, with a big uppercut, you get his attention as his head comes back to you, and then the second blow across one of his front hoofs buckles his leg down slightly, and in doing so, his head comes round, and as you do, just a massive kind of, more of a drive than a slam, sort of like a punch with the shield into him, as there's a moment of realization as one of his front legs is buckled, and the back two legs you see just swing off the side of the cliff, as there's only got one hoof, as he tries to hold on. I think I'm just using up all my bad rolls now, and it's all good. It's all gravy. And just slide down, as you can see. Very quickly he rolls out of eye view, but there's definitely a good few bounces on his way as he tumbles down the cliff face.
My arrow.
Oh.
Damn it.
Shit, yeah, sorry.
Hannah just stands there and
How
nods.
many have you got?
I've got another 19. It's all right.
Okay.
But no, you got 18 because you've missed the
Oh,
shot.
no
as
one
well.
went wild, didn't it?
Was it a
Yeah.
Let
silver
go
arrow?
wild off the cliff face. Yeah, so 18 now.
Oh dear.
I'm sure
Did
we
you
can
have
get more.
a moment of quiet? Can those with good hearing give me a perception roll?
I get
I get advantage.
advantage.
That's me.
Only those with who they feel have got good hearing.
21.
20.
21.
Nice.
Oh, fucking, I've got plans. No, roll play. Fuck my life.
You give it a moment. The falling rocks stop from him falling down. Maybe 20 seconds pass. And right at the edge of your hearing for both of you, you can hear something moving down there. It's a good way off, but he's definitely not dead. But you don't think he's going to be a
He's gonna
threat
come
to
back
you.
for it.
No. I think he's learned his lesson.
I would look at Red and be like, I thought that would have killed him.
The wolf shrugs.
Yeah, like that fall, Red. That was a big fall. Yes, it was not at a complete angle, but he was bouncing
should've
down
killed
as
it.
he went. Yeah.
It's probably a cursed goat. Because
Why would
they're a
anyone
thing
curse
now.
a goat?
This entire mountain is cursed.
Yes. But why would anyone specifically curse a goat?
No, I don't think anyone would specifically curse a goat, but it's a mountain goat on a cursed mountain that's clearly it's been cursed by proxy.
Wait, is it cursed or cursed?
Well, that
Because you said
depends
both.
on your
Whilst
poetic
this conversation
license.
is happening, Red's gonna trot off to go and
Yeah.
investigate again.
Scouts are off.
Scouts are off. You can have this debate.
Further
Is everyone
forward.
all right? No one's hurt?
No,
No.
I think we're fine.
I don't think the goat's doing well, but that's probably not our concern.
That was
No, the goat's still alive.
idea, I suppose.
As Hunter kind of walks past you.
Well,
The goat-
yes, but not doing well. I meant not dead.
That's very annoying. I was hoping that it would make a fine meal for when we come back this way.
Delicious going.
Oh,
Well, you-
Cursed goat meat.
goodness,
Kasimir,
what a goat.
with his hood up, can we please get moving again?
Yes.
We still have a long way to go.
Yes, and I'm sure walking along in moody silence will make the journey so much easier.
Does it count if it doesn't work?
Fine. Tell me more of your life story then, Elian.
Oh, did you not eavesdrop on enough last night?
Exactly how does it feel to no longer be a were-raven?
Well, I have this strange desire to push people off mountains and see how well they bounce.
You'll find that some people are harder to push off mountains than goats. But you're more than welcome to try.
I will quote you on that loudly.
He starts trudging through the snow again.
Elian follows him, sort of watching him with a considering eye.
as you start snaking round the mountain, you actually double back on yourself and start going up higher, how those kind of zigzag mountain passes do. You would think coming back, Red, and Bronwyn, you might be able to find a quicker route, but it would be more dangerous now that you know the route. Like an off-road way of doing it. As you do make your way round and up, you can see there's a plateau up here. And it opens up. And you can see this path now leading towards a cliff face in front of you. The mist swirls unnaturally here. As you can see, the road starting to fade away under the covering of snow. But takes you far enough that you can see a temple carved into the sheer mountainside ahead. The front of the structure is 50 feet high, and you can see 6 alcoves, containing 20-foot tall statues. Each statue is carved from a single block of amber, and has a faceless, hooded figure. Its hands pressed together in a gesture of prayer. Between the middle two is a 20-foot tall archway with a staircase you can see leading down.
A temple guarded by amber giants.
Can I focus up on it?
How close do you get? At the moment, you're about 100 foot away, as you can see it. The wind, when you hear, and as you step forwards, is breezing around you, and then you take a step forwards, and instantly the wind stops. As if you were inside a shelter. That it literally, you step over a threshold that you do not see, and the wind blowing across you is no longer there. It's still deadly cold up here as you look around from this mountain plateau. As you look across to your west, looking straight across, you're almost above where the mist is in certain places. You can see standing on a mountaintop, dramatically, this huge castle, which you know to be Castle Ravenloft, with its multiple towers and spires coming out of it, and the walls around it. When you start to look down into the mist, that's when you can't see too far, as the mist starts to cloud your vision. You've literally got this wall of a cliff face in front of you, and you're about 100 foot away at the moment.
I was watching the stream.
This is not eerie at all, Alien says, putting an arrow on his bowstring and looking around warily.
They said guarded by amber giants, right?
That was the phrase that I heard used.
How poetic is that likely to be?
Red, as a direwolf, is going to cast a look at Constance that's almost as if it's a eye roll.
No. I mean, how likely is it that that is a literal description of what they do compared to a poetic
and the same expression again of
they do? I'm just going to suggest that we don't get any closer to the big amber giants.
I think they're going to have to get in there.
They're on either side of the door, unless...
Okay.
But I am going to see if I get a vision from it.
How many are there again?
6 in total, 3 either side.
Make a history check. You recall information about a dark path around an object you were touching or a location you were present in.
Yeah, I know the ability. How close are you getting though? Are you going for to touch them? Are you doing it from here?
No, I'm going to look at as in I'm part of the location. I'm kind of looking at it.
I want you to touch them if you're going to use it.
Okay.
So if you're just looking at it and being open and staring at this whole scene, I'll give you a vision. The closer you get, the more in-depth the vision's going to be. You're still probably about 70 foot away at the moment. You hear Kasimir invoking arcane energies. Anyone with spellcraft would be able to recognise. Arcana, sorry. He casts Mage Armor and Stone Skin on himself.
Wow.
That's encouraging.
As you look at him, it doesn't look like stone, but you can see like a frost to his skin now, and his skin has gone quite pale.
I'm going to step forward. I'm going to get about 30 feet away from it all.
Yep. Can you give me a perception, please?
Perception?
Yes, sure. Please.
Is it sight or sound, or is it sight or smell?
Sight-based at the moment.
16.
Yeah, enough. So as you've got these kind of three figures either side of this large entrance, and you let your vision as you're just taking all of this in now, and as you look to the far left, you can see a crack. It's hard to see from here, but there is a crack on to the outside the last giant on the far left. Okay. It looks big enough to go through, but you can't see much from here about it at all.
I'm going to do the Grim thing. Grim Fandango.
Grim Psychometry.
Yeah, give me a knowledge history, please.
Is what I'm going to call it. And I get advantage on that?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank Christ. 13.
Okay, from here.
I'm about 30 feet away.
Yeah. You would see mages, 6 of them. Very quick vision, all in robes. And between them, they're you got 3 on one side, 3 on the other. And they have all got hands pointing out towards, in between them, what looks like just a solid lump of amber, about 8 foot long. They're not on foot as they fly in. And they just fly straight in. And then your vision comes back to normal.
Did you see something?
I saw magic users putting power into some amber, and then they flew in. But I also noticed, and he points over to the crack in the wall. That looks like an opening, and one that we don't have to use to go past these 6.
We should check that.
Seems like the safer option.
How big a crack is it?
It's big enough for people to go through.
Did
you see that in your vision, or is
no?
That
That's
something you've just spotted.
That's something I've just spotted.
So you can see it looks natural, like a natural fissure has opened in the mountainside west of the temple entrance, creating a gap 2 feet wide and 10 feet tall.
Interesting.
It looks quite deep, about 15 foot deep, and from about 30 foot away, you can see the fissure itself is lit ever so slightly from inside.
Huh.
You're still about 30 foot away, and Hunter's the closest, unless you're all going in a bit closer.
We're going to go best way.
Before we go anywhere...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Bronwyn, sorry.
Yeah, just before we go anywhere, having seen what Kasimir's done, she's going to use her little ranger thing to bolster her, get some temporary hit points.
Cool. Yeah, you bolster.
It's the tireless feature, so it's a 1d10 plus.
Yeah, just go for that. You focus
Catherine,
yourself.
Have you taken damage since I gave you temporary hit points?
I don't think you ever. I think that was before I came along, wasn't it?
No, it was this morning.
13 was
You might have missed it, but I gave you
13,
13 temporary hit points this morning.
Yep.
Do they
Oh no,
stack?
I've got those.
No.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it won't stack. It doesn't stack.
Won't stack.
Oh, no, in that case, ignore me.
No. Okay, cool.
Red is going to very quickly turn back into a halfling,
Mm-hmm.
because it's easier to clamber when you have thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What do you do?
We need to be quiet. If there's light coming from there, it means that someone's in there.
Sneaky,
Let's
sneaky
check it
then.
out, then.
Can you give me a perception herein, please? What sort of
Okay.
formation are you going in? Kasimir at the moment is just sticking to the
17.
back.
I will go at the back, rear guard.
13.
17 for me.
17
Nice.
for me.
21.
21 for Jackal.
24.
Right, perception squad. You're doing well.
I miss the old days. I was like, give me a perception, and it would be Red was the only person who would see anything. Nowadays,
I'd be there
it's
on
rubbish.
3.
We all fall over. Good times.
Yeah.
Jackal, you can hear voices coming from inside. You hear them the best. Those with like over 17. Oh, what did
I
you get,
got
Bronwyn?
24. I got 24. I beat Jackal, mate.
Oh, did you? Bronwyn, sorry. You can hear voices from inside.
And they have
It's-
French accents.
I won
It's-
perception.
It's quite guttural. Human mixture of males and females. Very guttural, though. You don't recognise the language they're talking. Who else rolled high?
We all rolled reasonably well. I think I was the
15.
lowest on 15.
No, I got
Red,
13.
What did you get, Jackal? Sorry.
21.
Yeah, on your 21, you can hear the same voices, but you recognise them, and they sound very similar to voices you have heard in the past from Yesterhill.
Oh.
Interesting.
The others, you would just hear voices, you can't pick out any words or anything like that.
I'll kind of whisper to everyone who's close to me, kind of say, it sounds like the druids of Yesterhill. The accent.
What would they be doing all the way here?
Looking for power, probably. Like we
We
are.
were warned that there were druids in this mountain. I would not have thought this far, but
Your reference means nothing to me. The
They
druids of
are-
yesterday.
Then
corrupted druids, corrupted by
We
the
need
land.
to be. We need to be extremely careful.
You would be aware that looking to get into this bit where they are, you'll be going through one at a time.
Cool.
Lovely. Well, this does still seem to be the best, well, the safer option.
I'd rather go through this entrance than through the door.
Yeah.
If only
And
we
if
had
we-
somebody who could cast Fireball into this potentially small enclosed space.
If only.
I mean, we don't know whether there's a printing press in there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, or children. We need to be careful.
Or children.
Poor Jackal, you monster.
Check
Kasimir,
it out first before
you think Kasimir has twigged that there's people in there as well?
Well, I've whispered out to everyone that
Yeah.
druids corrupted.
Whoever
think-
goes first is going to take the brunt of their attention.
I don't think this is the best way in. We know there are enemies there. We know there is a way in there. We should try the main entrance. Carefully and slowly.
Why would these people be camping out in this entrance and the main entrance look completely untouched?
Perhaps because they are also worried about
Perhaps so.
the large door
And
And the giant statue.
and the
First
giants made out of stone.
If we were to go through the main door, there's no telling if these people would be at our backs as well.
I will be little to no help if we go through there.
Would you be able to prevent any incident if we went through the main door? Do you know anything about these massive amber giants?
Elian, can you detect magic?
Nope, that's not a magic that I have.
I might, I think. Hang on.
I have the ability to detect magic. And at the
Yes, as
moment...
do I.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Invoke it. 2 eyes are better than just 1.
She will.
You have 2 eyes.
May I also remind you, the last time we detected magic and found no magic, a freaking dragon came out of a door. And that was there's no magic on this door.
True. I've made my case.
If you need somebody to go up front to take the brunt, I can do it.
I'm telling you now, I will be of no benefit to going into that enclosed space. It's your decision.
I'd rather not have some sort of alarm going off going through the main entrance and having these people at our back and whatever is guarding the main entrance at our front.
If they come, whatever is in there, if it comes running at us out of here, we have the advantage on it. While we are going into them one at a time.
That makes sense.
I could,
But I do enjoy the idea of watching you go in there and fighting by yourself, whatever is in that room, Hunter.
I could go in first and blind them, and we could try and move in.
Either way, I think we need to get exploring. It is deadly cold out here. Even with no wind, there is an unnatural coldness here. It is just sapping.
Okay, so Kasimir's in favour of the main entrance. Is anybody else in favour of the main entrance?
Like Kasimir, I will be little help if it's a 1-by-1 into an enclosed space.
If anyone here has the highest survival instinct, it's Kasimir.
True. Does that mean you two vote to go through the main entrance? I've been in this
It makes
place a bit.
sense. There is clearly a reason why others have chosen to go through the smaller gap.
Yeah.
Why don't we see if we can call them out? And fight them out.
They have the advantage of being inside. Why would they come out to us?
Because
We could compel them.
We run the risk of alerting everything.
We have a suspicion, do we not, that these statues are not statues? Do we really want to fight 2 things at once?
Fine. I've made my case. Choose either way.
Constance?
It's getting cold out here. We will need to move before we freeze to
Not
death.
bad.
Red, can you turn into something small?
I can. It would mean that I would not be able to do that again today. So if we needed something a bit more large or vicious, then I wouldn't be able to do that again.
If we are quiet and we are careful, and if these things don't come to life and attack us, we're better off with the main entrance.
I don't trust the main entrance.
What was that? Sorry, Kitty, I missed it.
I don't trust the main entrance, but...
Send a scout then.
through the main or through this gap?
Through the main or the gap, either way. We need to get moving.
Scout the main.
Yeah, so see what reaction there is, perhaps.
Hunter, in front of you all, his form begins to change. His hands become more longer and kind of more wolf-like in a way. His kind of features, his brow gets more sharper, his canines get bigger as he transforms into kind of like a werewolf-human hybrid.
Nice.
Bronwyn kind of goes for her bow on instinct at seeing that. She stops herself, but it's just like a instinctual
knee jerk.
Yeah.
I will go through. This form protects me more than the other.
Okay, go quietly as you can.
Yep.
Give me a stealth roll, please.
We'll be not far behind you.
We're going through the main entrance then? Stealthing it?
Yeah, I'll go through the main.
Okay.
Do I get any bonuses on stealth? I know I get bonus on something else. Yeah, cool. Okay, we'll roll a stealth. Nah.
It's not great. You start sneaking. Bronwyn, you can hear him. Red, you can hear him. All of you can hear him. Yeah. On a 9.
Here I am, so stealthy.
You start making your way towards the front entrance. You can see these 3 statues on either side. There's a lot of rubble and debris near the front, and as you look up, you can see various parts of the archways have collapsed here, Hunter, to the sides of the main way in, along the whole front. As you reach the archway, as you go in, you can see some stairs going down.
Can we all be following him about like 60 foot behind or something like that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I make my way down.
Icy steps descend 10 feet to a time-ravaged hallway. You can see to the left and to the right of you arrow slits in the walls. This would be a very defensible position, but you can't see anything behind them. Behind here, as you make your way in, it opens into darkness. And the others start following suit behind. You can see very similar. This corridor with the arrow slits goes on for about 15 foot straight. But there's arrow slits coming in from smaller rooms to the sides. You don't see any movement between or behind them. Coming inside...
That don't seem to be going outward to other rooms.
There's rooms behind there, but just along this kind of corridor as you hit the stairs, on either side are like castle-style arrow slits. So you can...
I'm going to stop immediately.
Yep.
I'm going to stop and turn around. This smells like a trap.
How wide is the hall?
5 foot.
5 foot. So like one at a time.
Narrow.
Are the arrow slits high up, or are they like...
The arrow slits are coming across, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are they like body height?
They're slightly higher up, yes.
No.
So you wouldn't be able to look through them?
Yeah, you would be able to.
Ah.
I would. I'm tiny.
Red's fine.
Worth having a look inside.
I'm not going any further down this tunnel without knowing what's in either side of these rooms.
Yeah, I'm going to be ducking underneath those because they look sketchy.
Yeah.
But
Okay, hold on.
It's castle arrow slits, so there must be people. It might be people in there.
Hang on. One.
What was that? Sorry?
Elliot?
I'll see if I can sense anybody. I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts to detect the presence of thinking minds within a 30-foot radius.
Cool.
And then start to approach the corridor.
You do not.
The voices that we could hear outside, where have they gone?
They're further.
They're the other direction.
Right.
Yeah, far to the east of you, where you are.
how close
I
are we
would
to these?
prefer if we tried the other gap.
Oh,
because
a good 60 foot, 70 foot to get to the entrance where they were. Red?
Like from the arrow slits, how far are we from the arrow slits now?
Oh, you just need to go down the stairs slightly and then there. So if anyone who's gone down the stairs, the first arrow slit is at the bottom of the steps. So Red, you said you wanted to look through one.
I'm not going to look through one. I'm going to do some looking around and sniffing around to see if there is any trap.
Yeah, give me a perception, please.
Alien.
18.
Yeah. As you sniff, the air is cold on your nose. As you take a couple of deep breaths in, and you can really feel the cold air fill your lungs as you're smelling for anything. And what did you get again, sorry? An 18?
18. She's also sort of looking if there's things like pressure plates or trips.
Yeah. You can't see any pressure plates. You can sniff humanoid. The kind of smell of oiled leather, which seems slightly out of place here. It's not coming from the sides, but from in front.
Down the end of the corridor.
Okay. And then some.
Yeah.
Just the faintest scent for just a second, and then it's gone.
I can't see or smell anything that would indicate a trap. There's no tripwires. I can't smell anything. I can smell humanoids. People. There are definitely people here.
Where?
Further down the corridor, and there was a strange smell. The animal skins that you wear, but not animal skins. You harden them.
Leather
and oil. Just for a moment.
Armored men.
Is
But
detect
further-
magic pinging anything?
What'd you do?
I had a question.
Is detect magic picking up anything?
Detect magic pinging anything off? No.
Nope.
No, he shook his head.
I don't think there are any mines on either side of these arrow slits.
If you are worried about the height of these things, I'm not sure what you call them, but I'm happy to go first since I'm too small for them to reach me.
There's more someone looking out and shooting down.
They won't be able to see me.
They're from either side.
It would be a very difficult shot.
There is no one here.
I can detect no mines on either side of this corridor.
The only humanoids I can smell are the smell is coming from right at the end of this corridor.
And then some. So as you hit the steps, the corridor goes for about 10 foot and then opens up. But from here, you can't really see where it opens up into.
Okay.
So they're not immediately.
We have to go single file down this corridor.
Yeah, it's only about 5 feet wide.
If we're not got any people here, I think we go make our way down. We look through the arrow slits on either side, be sure that there's nothing there visually as well. We might not have a mind. If there's nothing there, press on.
Cool.
Fine.
You make your way. Who's going first?
Red will go first.
I'll go next.
Cool.
Alien will go after that.
Can you give me a perception roll, please, Red?
Getting down and then peering through the slits as soon as we get to the first one.
6.
As you look to the slit to the left, it seems to open into a 10 foot by 10 foot room. So 20 foot by 20 foot square room. You can't see a door into there, and it's a tricky thing. You kind of poke your head up and you don't really get the best of view in, but you can't see anything moving in there.
And there's no obvious door to where these would have been. Okay.
No, you can't see a door in there at all.
Okay.
Constance, you're next. Which one do you look in? So the door to the west has been looked into.
The door to the
arrow slit.
sorry,
Arrow-slit.
arrow slit to the east then, but I would like to cover most of my face with my shield as I peer.
Yeah. Give me a perception roll, please.
Oh, no. Neep. What am I? Oh, is it just this? Well, that's fun. A 2. Back
As
on
you do,
form, just in time.
you bring the shield up and just poke your head in for a second. Something very similar. This 20-foot by 20-foot square room. You don't really see any door in there or any. You're just very quick looking and you don't see anything of worth.
Good perceiving.
Red.
Doesn't seem to be anything in here.
Yep.
From the front, you can see the corridor comes to an end as you go in down the stairs and then along the 20-foot to like where the square room ends as well.
Yeah.
You can
She's going to be very cautious on the approach.
It opens up. You can see a 20-foot wide balcony of black marble with shattered railing overlooks a vast temple. The black marble staircase at each end of the balcony, so from your left and from your right, descends 30 foot to the temple floor. The vaulted ceiling is 30 foot above the balcony, and walls to ceiling are covered in an amber glaze.
Wow.
So it's big.
It's massive.
And ambery.
A set of
Big and orange.
A set of amber doors stands closed at the west of the balcony, and a similar pair to the east are currently open.
Is that left and right?
Yeah. So you're facing north as you come in, so it's left and right. So the left ones are shut, and that is the direction you heard the voices from. The right ones are slightly ajar.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
As Red gets to this section, she'll stop and wait for the others.
So you've not kind of come to the edge of the balcony yet. You've just kind of stood and poked your head.
Stopping, yeah. And then wait for the others to come forward.
So it's a large space in front of us. Presumably I can see over the top of Red's head.
Yeah. As you look over her head, and from your vantage point, you can see out over where the this large space in the middle. It is 120 foot long-ish, something in the region of that. And the balcony is 20 foot, and then balcony from left to right is 90 foot.
Okay.
With the doors at the side. You've not really stepped onto the balcony yet. You can see at the far side of the balcony
So we're on the top layer then?
You're on the top layer, yeah.
Okay.
And looking down.
Looking down, but you've not kind of approached the edge of the balcony yet.
Yeah.
4 black marble columns support the vaulted ceiling of the temple. At the north end of which is the opposite side to where you are, stands a 40-foot tall statue of a cowled figure in a flowing robe. The statue's stony hands are outstretched, as if in the midst of casting a spell, compared to the others which were in a prayer. Its face is a void of utter blackness. And I mean utter blackness. The ominous statue stands between 2 black marble balconies on either side of it, one of which is partially collapsed and fallen on the temple's black marble floor. In front of an open doorway, the walls of the temple are sheathed in amber, and the door leading from it are made of amber as well.
I love it when people stick with a colour scheme.
So that's like straight in front of us, like across the open gap.
Yeah, so if you imagine you've kind of got your balcony going from left to right, and then stairs coming down, big open gap, and it would mirror you with this balcony going left to right, but it's broken in the middle by a statue. And the one in the leftmost corner is partially collapsed. And the one in the rightmost corner, you can see a couple of doors open from it.
Are there stairs up to the opposite balcony from the temple floor?
Not that you can see from here.
Okay.
There are alcoves below you lead into the side, but from your position, you can't really see them without going down.
Okay. I would like to cast Divine Sense in this big room.
What does that do, please?
Actions. I can't. Can I post that? As an action, you can choose one. No, sorry, that's the wrong one. As an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. You can use this feature 3 times per long rest.
Within 60 foot, you can't detect anything which is evil, but you get the overwhelming presence of just constant evil in this place.
Oh, sure.
Oh, great.
Is it worse in this room than it was in the corridor? Like from like where I am, sort of in the doorway, you know.
If you were to step forwards and have a proper look down, because it's only 60 foot, then yeah. So from here, you can only see the sort of top half of the statue. You've not seen the bottom of it because the balcony's there and you've not come forwards.
Yeah.
Well, we have to move forward some kind.
I say take a left.
Yeah, if that's where the people were, seems the first thing.
What? No, right. We know there are enemies to the left. We have the advantage. We should go right.
So we don't take.
Says Kasimir.
What if our enemies come from behind? Surely we should get the drop on where we know there are enemies rather than getting surprised by enemies.
And alert everything that is here.
It's going to be alerted at some point. May as well take out what we can.
What you
also
also
haven't noticed, we're not the most
Kasimir, is that all the doors are shut to the left and all of them are open to the right. So someone's been to the right.
Exactly. So we also can say whatever is to the left may not have entered the temple.
This is the temple. That is a door inside.
Yes, but they may have just come through that crack we saw in the rock face.
And come no further.
And come no further.
I would recommend we look through the doors that are open whilst keeping a close eye on our backs.
Yes.
All right.
Red, can you give me a perception hearing, please?
Hearing
towards the front.
advantage.
Do you step forwards?
Yeah.
We're going to have to at some point.
Yeah.
We're bunched in the corridor.
onto the balcony
12.
proper.
How wide is the balcony? Is it 5 foot again still?
It's 20 foot and 90 foot long.
Okay, so we can get like 2 or 3 of us standing.
Ah, easy, yeah.
Yeah, 12% on hearing.
Who's stepping forwards first towards the edge of the balcony?
I'll go.
I'll say how tall is the balcony? Can I actually look over the top of it?
Red and Constance are towards the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all
We're in
kind
a sort
of
of corridor
filing
bottleneck.
into the room, yeah.
I mean, I've got an overwhelming feeling that I don't want to get in the middle of this room. That I want to sort of keep to the shadows and the edges and move quickly and quietly around so that we're not drawing a massive amount of attention to ourselves in a massive vantage point that people can see us from on top of a balcony in the middle
Agreed.
of a room. You know, so I would be trying to push everybody back to be as subtle as
very
possible.
quiet and cautious.
But from our vantage point at the back of the balcony, we can't really see the floor of the temple. Is that right?
Pretty much. There's a slight banister type wall at the edge of the balcony, although it's fallen down in a lot of places. to kind of see down below you from 20 foot
So,
back.
I would
I'll-
think someone can sneak forward.
I'll sneak forward, keeping really low,
Yeah.
and just basically kind of just peer to just see what's down on the temple floor,
As you
Through one of the
peer
holes.
down,
but super slowly, super quietly, and I'll literally crawl.
so you can see from the floor below you, underneath the two opposite balconies, there are doors going into rooms underneath them. To the left, about halfway up, there is a door, a large open area, about 30 foot wide, and the same on the right, about halfway up on the floor below you. You can't see underneath the balcony, and you can't, see any steps from the floor going up from here. As your eyes wander round, you feel the heart. As your breath stops. There's a figure at the base of the statue. You can see the back of elven ears. He seems to be in prayer. Rahadin. You can see Rahadin praying at the statue. Strahd's manservant, whatever you want to call him, you've met him briefly, and as he walked past you, you heard the screams of thousands of people inside your heads. He carelessly slit guards' throats as he walked through a town for no reason at all. As he sits on his hands and knees, praying at the bottom of this statue.
Is he praying out loud?
A mumbled voice. You can give me a perception.
Yes, I shall do that thing. I will look back at the others and make frantic shush motions, and then I'll turn my head and try to listen. "23.
He's praying in an elvish tongue.
I speak Elvish.
You recognize some of the words and some of them you don't. The ones you do recognize as he prays out loud for the suffering of his Lord to be eased. He deserves happiness. That he looks after the people of these lands and protects them. To gift him what will make him happy, so once again he can enjoy life for all time, and Rahadin will be at his side.
Brilliant.
Elian seriously considers just putting an arrow into his back right now, and then decides that is probably a fight that he is not prepared to drag everybody into unilaterally, and sneaks back again.
Red will telepathically communicate with Elian and just ask, What did you see?
Rahadin is down there. And I'll say that very, very quietly to everybody.
Bronwyn will look confused. As if she doesn't know who that is.
Strahd's major domo, a very old elf, an exceptionally proficient warrior, a psychotic murderer.
As you say this, Kasimir takes 2 steps backwards and nearly falls up the stairs. How did he get here? Why is he here?
He is praying for Strahd to be released from his torment so he can live an eternal life of happiness as he deserves. I'll also describe what I've seen in terms of doorways and the layout of the bottom floor. He hasn't heard us.
Then we should go to the left and shut the door gently behind us.
The right, you mean?
The right, yes, the right. Sorry.
All right.
He seems Kasimir's like coolness just seems completely shaken now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll agree that stealth seems to be the best option at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can everybody give me a stealth roll, please?
Yay! We've not done stealth for a while.
Which one of us is gonna fuck it up today?
17.
I'm just gonna.
It shouldn't be me, which means that it will be.
26.
Oh,
Kasimir is
thank God.
very sneaky.
20.
Ah!
Look at us, little sneak
Look at us
squad.
being sneaky.
Oh,
Hang on, concentrate.
Damn it, Hunter.
Yeah.
disadvantage.
I know. This one, I've already got -1 in it.
Oh no!
5.
Oh, it got worse.
What did you get?
5.
I got a 5.
You're doing so well.
I was just checking to see if my heavy armor master made, negated the disadvantage, but it.
Oh.
Didn't you get
I think-
a +7 would help you.
You do have a reroll, just saying, just pointing that out there, just dropping that bombshell on you. Use it now. Now's the best time to use it, definitely. I'm fucking with you. A 5.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Sorry, guys.
I cry in Ranger.
We're not the most stealthy of the groups, so it's
Why did I join
kind
you
of
guys?
inevitable.
You're sticking like right to the back of the room. As you make it to the doors, all of you hear Constance. Constance, you hear every step you take, every crunch as your feet are moving. You're just like...
I'm gonna very, very cautiously crawl to the edge of the balcony and just about this much peep down to see if Rahadin has heard her.
Bronwyn is very much keeping herself at the back as kind of like a rear guard, so she's sort of against the wall in the shadows. But yeah, she's not going through that door till everybody else is there. So she's watching for anything that might react
As you
to the
look,
noise.
you poke your head up and look over to see Rahadin. And as you do, and you slowly come up and look to where he was,
Oh no!
he's
And
no
he's
longer
still there
there.
praying. Oh, fuck.
Aw.
Oh
What did you
no!
say?
He's no longer there.
He gone.
Gone.
Uh-oh.
No.
It's all right. He just finished his prayer and walked away. It's
He's
not-
gone
Got
home.
him.
He
He's
didn't
got
hear
home.
us. Yeah.
Joyous.
You make it to the door.
There are other people here. It could have been someone else, not us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You enter through the double doors. There are doors to the north, double, which are slightly open.
How big's the room?
It travels straight to 5, 6, 7, 70 foot.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's this shaped. And you've kind of come into it here, and so you've got a door to the north, you've got kind of a bit here, and then a bit like this on it.
Okay. So it's kind of going back, like, towards where the Amber Giants were.
Yeah. You can
But there's a
see
door above us as well.
double door above you. The room is featureless except for a rough-edged 10-foot diameter circular hole in the floor to the east. So that kind of bit that juts out to the east, you can see a rough cut hole there going down. There's empty torch brackets on the walls, and the double amber doors to the north stand open. There's a single closed door to the south. can everyone just let me know your perception?
Passive.
Passive, please.
Passive.
18.
20. Oh no, sorry.
16.
16 for me as well.
13.
10.
All of those with 16s and 18s. So there's a little on the sort of room, the wall to the south of you. There's a small door going back behind you, and there is you can see like where the brickwork just to the south of this hole going south. It looks like it looks like a solid wall, but you can see the sort of telltale signs that it doesn't line up perfectly. You think with a bit of searching around there may well be a secret door.
That's going back towards where the arrow slit room is.
Yeah, so there's a small door going back towards the arrow slit room, and then at the below the hole there's another what looks like secret door.
Okay.
So have we shut the door we came through?
I was going to say, is that a closable door?
Yeah, very
we'll
gently.
We'll very quietly shut it.
Yeah.
And then
did you say there was another open door in here? Is it like a golden?
north.
Yeah. Bronwyn will move to that one and sort of very stealthily, cautiously.
As you look down the
see
corridor,
what's going on there.
you can see it's a long corridor that goes most of the way of the main room. So it kind of goes from Matt. It goes from like your balcony to the far side balcony. This long corridor.
Is
you
that
can
cutting
see
off the L-shaped bit?
Okay. Going up the side of the main room. You can see halfway up, to the east, there's another small door coming off it, and you can actually see 3 arrow slits from this room, which are kind of overlooking the main room, the big room with the statue in it. I'll just give the description of this corridor. Sorry, 1 second.
Sorry.
Glazed amber covers the walls of this 20-foot wide, 70-foot long, arched corridor. The amber doors at both ends of the hall stand open. A closed door is in the middle of the east wall, and you can see the 3 arrow slits are cut into the wall across from it. More importantly, cracks in the black marble floor run the length of the hall.
Oh,
We probably want to
I
check
don't
the
like
secret
that
door
very
behind
much.
us, though.
So, yeah, Bronwyn is just going to set up watch at that doorway.
Cool.
Just eyes trained for anything that could happen.
I'm gonna go
Those in
check out
the
secret
L-shaped
door I
room, what do you want to
spotted.
do?
I'm going to check the
Well,
secret door I
other people
found.
explore.
Yeah.
Keep talking at the same time as Catherine,
I know.
which is why nobody can hear you.
You investigate the secret door?
Exactly at the same time. Yeah, I'll go secret door.
Yeah, you find one of the panels is slightly loose, and prizing it, you hear this little pop. And it opens up into a quite small, slim room, carved into the south wall of this dusty space are cylindrical drilled holes, which Jackal, Elian, Constance, you would recognise look like they've been drilled into the actual rock face, maybe to hold scrolls, maps, parchments, stuff like that.
Ooh.
Looking in the room, you can see that they have long since disintegrated in here, though.
Aww.
And there doesn't seem to be anything else in that room.
Look out for more rooms like this, because if there's one, there's probably more.
Yeah.
We should try the door at the south.
Yeah. Anyone else want to go first while you're looking in that room?
I wanted to look at the weird hole.
Yeah. I'll come back.
I wanted to look at...
Should we do the whole team now? Bear with me.
Does it smell like poop? That's what I want to know.
Does anybody else
Is it
make
a pooping hole?
No.
I think it's just Jackal making the map.
Okay, I'm also
What is our map, mate?
Going down.
crafting one as I
Not
go so that I
exactly
don't
the
get
best
confused.
thing.
Oh, there you go.
Mate, that's
Oh,
beautiful.
wow.
It's great.
Ah.
That's way better than mine.
Amber
I
Giant,
can't lift mine up
come
because
in,
it's on the
we're
table.
here.
That's great.
It's good so far.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
now if you can just stay holding that, Matt, like
For the
that.
entire
For the
time.
entire game. I have to
Yeah,
draw more
yeah.
stuff on it as we go.
As
Yeah, but you can sort of reach round and scribble on it.
you poke your head down. There's a reasonable drop here. It seems the hole goes down about 20 foot, and then there's a 10-foot drop after that. So you can't see too far. So in total, you're going down 30 foot. You reckon you could climb down that 20 foot without too much trouble. It's very rough stone. It doesn't match the rest of the layout. And you can see below you similar floor to what you're on now. And that's about it, I'm afraid, as you look down without climbing down.
Just because you
hole,
can
like,
climb
on the-
doesn't mean you should.
Yeah. Not going to climb.
Is that hole on the bottom end of the L then?
Yeah, so it's on like the eastmost point of the L.
Okay.
Above, just north of the secret door. Those who wanted to go through the small door below, just to the south of the door that you came in, who was that?
I'll have a look at it.
Well, I found the secret door, so
I want to check out that room with the arrow slits, if that's where it is.
Are you opening the door?
Slowly. I'll have a quick check of it to make sure it's not rusted and going to make a lot of noise, make sure there's nothing wrong with
No,
it before I start.
you think it will open without too much noise.
Okay. I will slowly open it carefully to kind of peek in.
As you peek in, you can see it's a 20 foot by 20 foot room, square. Yep. Shattered bits of wood cover the floor. The ceiling's 10 foot tall. It looks as if there may have been some bunks in here at some point, but you can't... what was your perception?
Passive.
Yeah.
14.
You can't see another door coming out of this into the arrow slit room as you look round. Unless you take time for a search. Anyone else want to do anything, or I'll come back to Hunter?
I'm just in that.
Yeah.
Inside the
I'm just
investigation.
watching our backs.
Yeah.
I'll look over Jakal's shoulder.
Yeah. You can see the same thing, but as your trained eyes scan the room, in the far side, so the west-hand side, so the opposite where the door is, you can again see this telltale signs where everything doesn't quite line up properly.
I will look at Jakal expectantly.
It's empty.
Do you want to check the other door, or shall I?
What other door?
I'll do it.
You gonna just push past me?
Yeah.
You make your way in. Similar story. Takes you about 30 seconds of messing around on the door, and it pops open. You can see you're now in the guard room with where the arrow slits were. Looking into the west wall, you can see the two arrow slits. Slumped in the corner near the arrow slits is a skeleton. It's wearing a blue wizard's robe, and it's clutching something to its chest. Looks like a small wand or something along those lines.
I will wave to get Jakal's attention, and then kind of step out of the way and sort of point.
I will come forward and peek into that new room. What's that?
Getting this image of Jakal's head and Elian's head just both
Yeah.
peeking around the edge of the door.
The Scooby-Doo effect, yeah?
Yeah.
Again, you can see the same thing. There is a skeleton in the corner. Looks
What was it
anciently
holding?
old. It looks like it's holding some kind of a wand. So wooden, maybe kind of like an ebony kind of wood. Two bits as they kind of spiral around each other and come to a point. But it's kind of clutching it in both hands tight to his chest.
The wand hasn't rotted then.
No, the wand has not.
That seems like it might be something magical.
Do you want to cover me?
Yeah. I will kind of be in the doorway holding it open, ready to cast spells.
I'm going to follow these two in what they're doing.
Yeah.
To find, because up until this point, I've just been standing still,
Yeah.
just not trying to make any noise.
I make no noise.
You see Elian kind of tiptoeing into this room towards a skeleton in the corner in mage's rotted robes holding this magical looking wand.
I'm gonna ready Sacred Flame if that thing moves.
Yeah. As you touch it and you pull it back, the arm falls clean off as it slumps and falls slightly to the side.
Sacred Flame!
A Sacred Flame comes down on it as there's an awkward moment, and yeah, it doesn't move. The wand is smooth to the touch. There's zero doubt in your mind that this thing is magical.
Okay. Well, it's magical. I'm pretty certain.
Kind of magical.
Also has an arm attached to it. It's still got a hand.
We don't have Gabriel. No identification.
Yeah, we're missing
No,
Gabriel now.
I can do it.
It's
I
a
can do
ritual,
it.
so it's like you don't need to spend a slot, right? If you take time.
That is true. It takes 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Do we have time to sit around for a little while for me to identify this thing?
Kasimir says, "Can you please invoke this as we move?"
Yeah.
Sure.
I do not want to be here at night. And I
Yeah.
also worry that Rahadin has seen us and gone to Strahd. And he
Okay,
will be
then
on
I will.
his way.
I will start casting it normally, which will take a minute.
Okay.
But I can move while I'm doing that, so I'll just basically follow the party along.
Yeah, I think it's worth finding out information about everything we can.
Yeah.
Agreed. I think we should go the north up that long corridor.
Should we not check the door to the south first to be sure?
That's the door you
behind
went
us?
through.
We've checked everything, I think.
Yep,
Yeah.
you've been everywhere.
okay.
Yeah.
Apart from the hole. Well,
I
we looked
wouldn't
down the hole.
He looks in the hole.
I wouldn't recommend going down there.
No. There's
It
no way
definitely
back.
goes somewhere, but it would be hard to get back up.
Pointless. Let's move north then.
There is something about that statue that Rahadin was praying to that I do not want to go near.
I mean, Rahadin
Agreed.
was praying to it, so
Yeah.
None of us are thrilled by the concept.
nope.
Yeah. Strahd's right hand is praying to something other than Strahd. Then that's
I
not
couldn't. I couldn't see him when I looked. I think. Yeah, I think he heard us, and I'm very carefully encompassing the entire group as I say us.
Okay.
good.
We need
Well,
to
there
move.
are other people here,
Mhm,
so
mhm.
unless he saw us directly, there's always a chance he thought it was those.
Kasimir looks at this broken floor in here, and perhaps we should go one at a time, maybe.
All right.
Bronwyn steps aside to let others pass. She's intending to keep the rear here.
Anyone
Are
but
you-
me.
Exactly.
Red.
Well, Kasimir,
Yeah,
as
I'm the
an
rear
elf,
guard.
you are the lightest, correct?
So who's going first?
Casimir is the lightest.
Fuck off, is he?
Surely you'd want
Hyden's
someone
getting
heavier.
bored, so he walks forward and just walks along it.
Yeah,
Nice.
surely you'd want someone heavier to go first to actually test the integrity of the floor.
Yes.
Hunter seems expendable. Yes.
Hunter's
You
going off.
start
He's on.
making your way along, Hunter. You can see these three arrow slits to your west. Give me a perception roll, sight, please.
11. Great, I've got +8. This is bullshit. I'm going to use my reroll. 28.
Oh, crit.
Better.
A crit.
Critical,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, nice. Well done. That was a good use of the reroll. As you look across from here, you can see into the arrow slits, the far side, which are like opposite these ones. And as you do, you look across and you see something move in there.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
A skull floating in the air,
A quick kind of.
just
Floating.
slowly makes its way across as its eyes turn towards you.
Nope.
And it bursts into flames around it of deep reds and blacks. Give me a stealth roll, please.
Oh.
22.
Ooh.
At the last second, the others would see Hunter kind of like looking out and peering into the darkness. Like, what the fuck is that? Is it? And then the last second, you just see him like drop down into this perfect crouch. And there's just nothing for a second. 2, 3. As you're all just sort of stood there watching him. What do you do, Hunter?
I stay down. Like, I'm not even going to say a word. Kind of try and like roll onto my back, and so that they can see my face.
Yeah. The arrow slits, when you're on the floor here, you're reasonably sure that whatever was going through that other side of the corridor. So this is like the mirror side, right the way across the central bit.
Okay.
So this is to the left through the big open pit
Yeah.
hall.
So
and then
right
up there.
across
Ah, okay.
Oh, interesting.
the far side of the main hall,
That
on
one
the
saw.
opposite side where you are, there's 3 arrow slits on this side and 3 arrow slits on that side, and it was moving across one of those that you saw it.
So potentially a mirroring
Yeah.
corridor on that side.
There's a mirrored room.
I kind of look at Red and
Yep.
kind of point to my brain.
Yeah.
Red will then just telepathically communicate and just go, what?
Well,
Skull and fire floating other side.
She'll tell the Hunter says that there is a floating skull on fire on the other side of the hole in the wall.
Huh.
can I do like a religion check?
Yeah.
for that?
What,
Yep.
can we
Yeah.
figure out
Give
what
me
that is?
knowledges.
Knowledge religion.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
While people are rolling, could I possibly finish identifying this wand?
Yes, of course. It is a wand
Ooh.
of secrets.
Ooh.
Sounds
You-
promising.
If you want to add that. So the wand has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge. And if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand will pulse and then point towards the one nearest to you. So if there's more
Oh,
than
nice.
one,
Interesting.
and the wand regenerates 1d3 charges at dawn.
Oh,
Ooh. Wow.
cool.
I don't
So
think we're not gonna
you
specify
should
here.
be able to add that onto your own D&D Beyond sheet.
Is that something that you have to attune to?
No,
So we
No,
can
I-
use it now.
you can use it now. There is not an attunement to it.
Okay. I will.
Question.
But how what's the range on it?
30
30
feet only.
feet.
30 feet. And from where you are, it's not a use it and it's active. It's a use it once and anything within 30 foot you would see.
Okay.
Or it would point to the
One,
nearest
the
one.
closest thing.
The closest one. So it's more than one. Yeah.
And it's 3 uses per day. Okay.
Today.
I will quietly explain this to the group
Yep.
and ask if anybody feels that they would be best to have it.
I feel you'd be the best to have this, Alien. You like poking your nose into secrets?
This is my first magic wand.
Don't poke yourself in the eye with it.
Adam,
Yes, boss.
Seems very useful.
I would like to use my Hunter's Bane. So,
Oh, sorry. Let's jump back a second. Can we just do the knowledge religions? For those
Okay.
trying to work out what this thing
I was
was.
about to do one as well, but I was going to ask you if I
Yep.
could use my Hunter's Bane.
I've got a
course.
19 with religion.
Yeah.
Do I
I've
need
got
to be
7.
trained
Constance's
to
got
roll?
9.
Yeah, for this one.
Okay.
What did you get, Jackal?
7. Constance got a 19. No.
He's got a 19 on a religion check.
Yeah.
Good religion check.
What?
I'm really good at religion.
And Hunter?
So I have a thing called Hunter's Bane. So if that thing is Fey, Fiend, or Undead, as well as on intelligent ability checks to recall information about them, I get advantage.
Oh, nice. Yeah, give me a roll, please.
Is it religion?
I think just straight intelligence for you if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14 or 21.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Constance, we'll start with you first. Your mind wanders back to being in one of the boring lectures, talking about the responsibility of the paladins. That often the choice will not be right or wrong, and it's harder than that at times, and you've got to understand all of these other things and yada yada yada, and your brain just flashes out as the sort of memory of someone slamming down something on your desk again. Constance, are you again reading those things on flame skulls? You'll never meet one of them. Dead mages. No. And your mind races back to reading about these. When mages die, sometimes their skulls can be resurrected as evil flaming skulls that still have the power to bring back fire to burn their enemies.
Wow.
It's Cessie's real dream.
It's a flame skull.
That's how she would have wanted to have gone.
And Hunter, your knowledge will be slightly different. You will know they are resistant to a lot of magical effects. Cold, fire, poison, and being charmed, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, or prone with your roll.
Wow. Okay.
And that's complete 100% immunity. That's what you know, but they've also got some resistance as well to other things.
Okay, so they're fully immune to Halt being held and poison.
Yep, cold, fire, poison,
Cold, poison, fire.
Charmed, frightened, paralysed, poisoned, and prone.
Wow.
Funny.
Well,
So
What about a kick?
Good old-fashioned boot.
So you've
Probably
got
got
the
old
way to do it.
fashioned boot.
these are floating, fiery, undead.
manuscript kind of thing. You know, with like knights fighting snails, but it was like knights fighting flaming skulls. and one of them was clearly trying to boot it.
I'm
Can
so
I-
glad you brought us here, Kasimir.
Can I slowly sit up and kind of look through the other slits and making sure that I'm not going to get jobbed as I kind of stand up?
You can't see them. No, you can't. You're not aware of them.
Okay.
What do you do, team?
If we
Have you got to
move-
the other side now?
There's the door in the middle as well.
There is a door behind you in the middle, sort of opposite side to the arrow slits. There's a door there.
I'm going
Is
to
it
go through
open
that door.
or closed?
Yeah. It's closed at the moment. As you push it open, the chamber is brightly lit by red copper landforms that hang from the ceiling of the walls, sheathed in amber, that have been shaped into base bas reliefs of wizards with spellbooks around the edge. Stairs to the north and south descend 20 feet to an obsidian lectern beneath, which a slab of black slate hangs above from chains. Between the stairs, descending rows of red marble benches look towards. You've kind of entered into this kind of the top. Imagine you've entered the back of a lecture theatre,
Yeah.
and it's kind of then sloping down. What was your passive perception?
18.
Son of a bitch. You are not alone in here. there's somebody else in here with you. Human. You can smell it. Kind of stale sweat. You can this ever so slight stench of burnt hair, burnt flesh, burnt clothing hits your lungs. Not fresh, but old. You can't pinpoint where yet, but there is someone in this room with you as you're at the door. Getting a little bit closer, you think you'd probably be able to find them.
I'll wait for it. I'll let the others do stuff.
The others, you're at the back of the corridor. What do you do?
Red will crouch a little bit lower, just so she's well out of sight of the arrows there, and will follow Hunter's path.
You smell it as well, very easily with your sensitive nose.
Yeah.
Burnt clothes, burnt flesh, and burnt hair. But you can't see where from the door you'd have to go in.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll follow his footsteps.
Hunter's not gone in. Did you? I thought you stayed at the door.
I kind of opened the door and kind of stepped in.
Oh, okay. You'd have to go in a little bit further, but you think you can pinpoint to where it is. If it attacks you, it's not going to get a surprise on you. You're aware.
Well, I'm alert anyway.
Yeah. The others, do you go forwards yet, or are they going deeper into this room?
We wanted to go single file on this week.
Yeah, you start sneaking in. Those in...
Did I go earlier than later, just in case?
Sounds like a good idea. Just stay low, so you're below the arrows.
Yeah.
I would say stay quiet, but I don't think there's much point.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't know what to say. I'm very big.
It's okay.
Well, you're clanky.
Elian pats Constance gently on the shoulder. We have a range of talents.
Adam?
Sorry, I missed you. Yes.
Is it a stealth roll to
yes,
go
please.
down the...
Yeah, for you.
What does that mean?
Is that a disadvantage?
It means because you have the worst roll, we're going to make you roll more often than everybody else.
Because you are the clank.
He's not giving me a disadvantage.
Not disadvantage.
I'm happy with the 16. I'm happy with the 16. Yeah. You make your way down. As you enter the room, you don't pick up the subtle smell in here. Those in the room, are you heading in deeper, or are you staying sort of at the back wall?
I'm going to look at Red and kind of like kind of point to where I think it's coming from and see if she agrees. And then I'm going to kind of stalk towards it.
Yeah. She'll pick up on that and assume the same sort of mannerism as well. But we'll go split apart. Split.
Yeah.
They know. They got it.
As you're looking, Red, you see a human man hidden, looking towards Hunter's side, not yours. Scraggly hair, dark. An area burnt to his scalp all the way back. Down one side of his face is heavily burnt as well. His robes you can see charred in certain places. He is clutching to him a spell book and looking out towards Hunter. He looks scared. Hunter, you see him as well. With your hearing, there's something else in the room. There's something invisible and small in here.
Do I have a rough estimate, like where it roughly is?
Very rough. Very rough.
Okay. I've kind of like lock his eyes first, and then
he sees you.
And then I move my eyes to where I think the invisible thing is.
Nice. He puts his hands up, or one hand up, and then his other hand up, and then holds the book tight around him again.
Tell your friend to unhide itself.
He speaks in a very low voice for a second, and you see across it this little demon, about yay big, like an imp type creature, becomes visible, sat near him. Are you friend or foe?
I look over at Red.
You do not look like you are from here.
Who are you?
My name is Vilnius. As he looks over to the corner, as you hear the sound of something small scurrying, maybe a rat or vermin or something. As he then eyes dart back to you, he looks very malnourished.
How long have you been here?
Close the door. You'll explain.
No.
Are there more of you? It is not safe. Trust me. His eyes dart slightly like a madman as he looks from side to side.
I think Constance would be coming in at this point.
Yeah. You enter. As he sees you, Constance, he kind of steps back, but he's not really got anywhere to go because he'd have to go back and over the kind of the pews and chairs behind him.
If I invite the rest of our friends in, be aware we are very, very heavily armoured. So if you try anything, we will kill you.
Yes. The others, do you make your way in?
One at a time, single file?
Yeah.
You spend some time all sneaking in, single file.
Shut the door
Kasimir,
behind us.
yeah. Kasimir goes in as well. So this man, slightly sort of darker, grubbier complexion. Looks malnourished for sure. Clutching this book to him. Everyone just give me a quick perception roll, please. As you look at the scene. The lanterns here are definitely magical, with continual flame or continual light cast on them, which seems to have lasted a long time.
27.
16.
13.
I got a crit failure, but I'm going to use my lucky.
Ooh.
I'm going to be lucky.
Good old halflings.
Even better, 11. I'll take 11.
You can see Hunter with your 27. He's holding the book to him tightly, but quite carefully he's hiding something else in a pocket and using the book. He definitely likes this book. See you later, Moodaran. But he's got something else hidden underneath it in a pocket, which is also seems to be of importance to him.
That best not be a knife in your pocket.
No.
Hunter pulls out some of his rations and throws it at the bloke.
Yeah, he gobbles it down and then shares it with his little familiar, who grabs some and nibbles on it as well.
Hands him his water skin as well.
Yeah. He kind of snatches it off you and starts to drink. We should leave here now.
Why are you here?
My name is Vilnius. I was apprentice to great mage. But he is dead now. Like we will be if we don't leave.
Elian, do you recognise this man? Was the mage he's talking about the one that you fought with?
I've never met this man before in my life.
Nope.
What was the name of your master?
Jakarian.
Is that a name I recognise? I have no idea who this person is.
Kasimir, your master is a vile, treacherous scum, and one can only assume you are as well.
You've met this man's master before then, Kasimir?
They came to me. They'd been locked in Barovia.
Mm-hmm.
And they were seeking power. I must say, it's a real shame he's dead. And very shortly you'll be following him to the grave.
Is there a reason you want to kill him, Kasimir?
These people came looking for information. I must say, I heard rumors that your master was adequate. What killed him? He's burnt alive. The skulls got him.
Skulls plural. How many skulls plural are we talking?
3 I saw.
3.
As he brings his hand up, you can see how heavily burnt the skin is on it.
Right. Do they get on? Do they go around as a gang? Or do they hate each other and occupy entirely separate rooms with large soundproof doors between them? Hypothetically asking. I mean, one of these answers would be better than the other, I'm just saying.
He kind of gestures further up and round the corridor. We tried to get in around. They were so fast. The heat, it was... Maybe we could go back, and I could have my master's staff.
As a keepsake, because you're so overwhelmed by grief for the loss of your dear master, you mean?
But first, outside, it's nearly got me twice. 'Tis not the skull. But there is an amber giant that moves and patrols.
Oh.
I've seen it smash things trying to get me.
It's not poetic, folks.
We didn't think as much.
If you go first and kill it, I'll show you the way. I know the secrets of here. Kasimir looks at him. You know nothing. You are a fool. Your master was a fool, and you deserve nothing but death and pain.
Fair enough.
Okay, so we have 2 opposing opinions. Maybe, sorry, what did you say your name was?
Vilnius.
Vilnius, maybe you need to prove your knowledge and use at this point, because Kasimir very clearly has a very firm opinion of your usefulness, so share with the group.
There are some mountain folk. They do not come into the temple, but you must get past them at some point.
Where are they?
He kind of gestures back to the main, and then that door on the left.
Okay, yeah, we knew that. What else?
My master, he came here to look for the forbidden knowledge of this place.
Go on.
He said we could use it to leave Barovia, and we would be powerful back outside.
And was he specific as to what the forbidden knowledge was, or what form it might take, or whereabouts in the Amber Temple it might be, guarded by how many flame skulls?
No.
Okay, fine. Good. So we know that there is some forbidden knowledge here. That's a good hypothetical. What else have you got for us, friend?
I've told you lots.
Sure, but you haven't actually told us much of, actionable use. I mean, on a scale between useful and Kasimir thinks we should kill you straight off, you need to give us a bit more to budge us over into that sort of area of grey doubt. So, come on, help us out here.
I can take you to where my master fell.
Useful.
He has a spell book.
Also useful, hypothetically speaking. Would that be where the flame skulls hang out with their fiery death?
Yes.
Okay, good. Great.
Kasimir, we cannot trust this man. We cannot rely on him. We should just kill him now. We'd be doing the world a service.
Any rebuttal there, Vilnius?
How long have you been here, Vilnius?
It's hard to say. Maybe 3 weeks.
Wow. And you haven't left because you want your master's spell book?
I do not think I could get down from the mountain. Because you kind of look at him. He looks pretty wrecked.
Are you not a wizard? Do you not have floating abilities or things like that?
Can't you just fly down?
Jumbo, whatever.
I mean, it's perfectly reasonable to ask.
Yeah. You're not very powerful, are you?
I have some power.
You're a wizard.
What's in your pocket, Vilnius?
Nothing.
That's not true, is it? Gotta say, I'm sort of tilting back towards the Kasimir angle here. Secrets aren't your friends right now, I'm just saying.
Vilnius, tell us what you've got in your pocket, or I'll cut off that hand. And let's do an intimidation check, please.
Can I help and thereby give her advantage? Yep.
Oh, it's a 20.
Doesn't
Didn't need help.
Doesn't need help. Should have known better. Constance doesn't need help to threaten people.
I won't bother rolling dice today. Okay.
Oh, I've seen the intimidation skill because of being a half orc.
Yeah.
Cool.
He brings out. It looks to be solid gold with an exquisite design across it, like an upside down V. And you can see a chain point on the top of it, but it's currently not on a chain. It looks beautiful. It looks valuable. Not sure if it's magical.
What is that? And before you give us any kind of random answer, I'm going to remind you again that truth is on your side here.
I would rather live. I will give you this if you promise to help me get out.
What is it?
I don't know.
Is it
Helpful.
magic? Is it magic?
I think so.
Where did it come from? Your master?
No, we found it here.
Okay. Do we... I think we have a spare 10 minutes just to sit, right? Like, there doesn't appear to be anything actively showing up to set us all on fire and burn us to death.
I think
Please.
he would rather not sit down and rest here.
Kasimir again.
Just
He's going, this man is a liability.
I just
Sounds
like...
like his master was.
Hey, Kasimir, this thing could be useful to us. This could unlock a door, or this could unlock some sort of knowledge that you need for what you want to do here.
I can't hold this form for as long as I think. I can only hold this form for so long.
Yeah, it's probably been about 45 minutes at the moment, Johnny.
I've got about 15 minutes left.
Okay.
Okay, give me a minute then. If you give me that thing, and I will tell you if there is magic in it and what it does.
No, I will give this to you if you help me get out of here.
But you don't know what it is or what it's for.
No. It may be great. It may be worthless.
Not your best bargaining chip.
Yes, considering we'd get it one way or the other.
I think it's great.
Well, you would.
Deal?
Did you,
As he coughs and you see his hand has got some dried blood spots on it as he kind of just wipes it down his robes.
Lovely. How did you end up forming a bond with a demon anyway?
My familiar.
Yeah.
Deal.
Tiny, red, horns, evil.
He holds it up and stares at you.
It's a bit of a warning sign, but to be fair, he more seems pathetic than he does evil.
Pathetically evil.
I mean, that's an option.
What are you going for? Time's burning.
I will tell you what, Vilnius, why don't you just take a corner over there and we're just going to have a quiet conversation. What do we think, gang?
He has a demon on his shoulder.
We could just take this thing from him. If we make it through this place, then he's welcome to get out himself afterwards.
We could just send him back the way we came in and meet him outside.
Yes.
Could die outside.
Well,
Or he
that's
could
one
just
less
wait
problem.
here until we're coming out.
Kasimir, kill him and be done with it. Him and his master are vile creatures.
So,
What did they do to
You know, you've told us, Kasimir, about the master, but not him. You say they revile together, or was it just the master?
The apprentice always has the choice of who he follows. And when you follow someone as vile as his master was, says little of the man.
I'm a little unclear on why he was vile, or how he was vile.
What did he do?
He tried to steal information from me about this place.
How? Did he attack?
If you feel so strongly about the man, you do it, Kasimir, and Hunter starts.
He turns round, and you just see Kasimir point 3 fingers as 3 beams of scorching red fire erupt from his hands as he invokes Scorching Ray. And the mage is paying no attention to what's going on. He's kind of huddled in a corner, like eating the rest of the crumbs and bits and bobs off as 3 of them slam into the side of him as Kasimir just stares on as he staggers a step back. The second one slams into him. The third one slams into him as he falls to the floor. You can see his skin already blistering from the pure heat and energy. When Kasimir fired this and it went past you, you felt the power in it as it zoomed past. There's no doubt in your mind, Constance, Cassia is stronger than Hessia.
I will...
Move on.
At that point, I will shoot the imp.
Yeah. Yeah, give me a roll to hit.
Did you see the imp was incinerated?
No, because it was just 3 blasts straight into him.
Yeah.
$24 for 6 points of piercing.
Yeah, it's enough to drop it. Just pierces it, puts it onto the wall.
I give Kasimir a withering look and then go over to the scorched corpse to check it.
Yep. Kasimir takes the golden V from him.
Okay.
Were you planning on identifying that?
Maybe in time.
I'm sure that will be useful.
I'm sure
I don't doubt for a second.
Need to rest.
Don't forget the book. As then Hunter kind of walks out the hallway.
I'll pick up the book, assuming it's not on fire.
Nope.
Is it just a standard mage spellbook kind of thing?
It's a spellbook, yeah.
I'll shove it in my backpack.
Excellent.
There's nothing else in this room, no other exits or anything like that?
Not that you've seen.
Can you take a quick moment to just quickly look around?
There's some rough chalk on the blackboard. But long faded.
If I was to use like mending on that, would that put the chalk back to where it was?
You don't think so, no?
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's head out.
Can we carry on?
Yeah.
Hunter's already gone. He's taken a right. He's gone out the door and taken a right and headed to those doors.
We need to still go fit a single file in this corridor since it's
Yes. Still be careful.
And stay
You can
low,
see
below the arrow slits.
double doors open slightly in front of you. What do you do, Hunter?
Don't open them any further if I can fit through them.
Yeah, you can indeed at the moment.
Yeah.
Just wiggling through.
Just kind of scoot through.
So, ceiling 20 foot high, same as before. The walls and ceiling in the eastern part of the bare stone room have collapsed. To the west and south are open doors, and the doors below that you come just through. You can see through the doors to the west. You think will take you onto that small balcony to the side of the statue. In the centre of the room is a 10-foot tall statue of a jackal-headed warrior made from cracked amber.
Great.
As you poke your head in the room, you can see it as its head and you can feel the power as it clenches its fists. Can you give me an initiative, please, everybody?
Here we go.
Fine.
This is what happens when we don't stick together.
He's only half a corridor away.
19.
Why does initiative not want to roll?
24.
23.
16.
No, because you will complain if it's a low number.
It's always a low number. It's 2. Always low.
You're the finisher of the group.
Yeah.
Anyone at 15?
Above. We're all,
Six-
all but
16?
above.
Oh, what did you get, Jackal?
16.
Any other 16s?
Nope.
Me,
Johnny
I'm
was
16.
24.
Yeah, Red, what did you get, sorry?
23.
19. I'm next.
Red 19. Then me and
Red.
Elian 16. And Constance at a 2.
The finisher.
The finisher, yeah.
Finish it.
What did you do?
So I've just walked in the room and it's kind of just activated, yeah?
Yep.
How big is it?
It's a 10-foot tall amber golem.
Bonus action. I will kind of give it a kind of a gaze, and I will attempt a blood curse of binding on it.
Ooh.
Strength save throw DC 13.
Well, I mean, it's made of handbag.
Strength
What's the DC on that?
13.
16? Oh, yeah. No, it's got you just. Yeah.
Not blood cursing things that are clearly going to be able to beat.
Yeah. This thing looks ridiculously strong. Like, ridiculously strong.
When that doesn't happen, I then all of a sudden my claws begin to spark as I put the Rite of the Storm on me, taking D6 damage. Oh, hang on, I need to roll that, don't I? 1, sweet. So that's all my temp hit points gone. And then I'll charge it.
Yep.
I will attack it.
So you've not got full attack, and you've used your bonus action, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can only attack with one.
My
claw.
extra attack and my.
No, it's a bonus action to use your. Oh, so, yeah, you can
I've
use your
got 2
two
attacks.
attacks. Yeah, but you can't use your offhand attack.
Well, I am going to hit it first with this claw. 16. Oh, I've got a roll of lightning damage as well, don't I?
16 is a miss.
Oh, is it?
Oh, blimey.
You
Okay.
smash into it, and it is solid. There's no
I'm
giving
going to try
it
and push it over.
at all.
So I'm going to use my second attack action to give it a try and knock it prone.
Okay, give me a roll.
So it's athletics versus athletics or dexterity on your side.
Yeah, I think
But
I'm going to use
get,
athletics.
I get advantage on this.
Yep.
I think that's
25 or 25.
No. Doesn't budge.
What were you trying to say there, Matt?
I don't think that's an attack. I think that's an action. Let me
No,
just.
it's an attack action. Shoving or knocking prone.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm quite wrong. Ignore me. Sorry.
You
So
charge
with
into it.
25.
Yeah. You charge into it again. It doesn't budge.
Okay.
It takes half a step back, maybe, but it's not. It's a 10-foot tall amber giant, basically.
Yep.
Next is Bronwyn. You hear the sound of combat from the room to the north. No one else has gone onto the corridor yet.
Deep sigh.
Already sick of our shit.
So long suffering.
Why couldn't we have just stayed together? She will make her way down that corridor to see what's happened.
Yeah, you make your way
Would
outside.
that take the whole turn, presumably? Or is there...
No, you can move 30 foot. You can make it to the door without too much trouble. And as you look in, there's a 10-foot tall amber golem. It looks powerful. It looks strong. It's got like a hawk head to it. And more importantly, it looks quite angry.
Wonderful. Then can I please use my hunter's scent, which will tell me whether it has any immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Do you have to make a roll on it?
Ooh.
No, it's my ranger. It's a ranger thing.
Okay.
As an action, choose one creature, do the thing.
Okay. So it has got damage immunity to poison, psychic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't adamantite. Condition immunities are charmed, exhausted, frightened, paralysed, petrified, and poisoned.
And vulnerabilities?
Yeah, there's no vulnerabilities to this, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Cool.
Immune to everything.
It is
magical.
It also has magic resistance, which gives it advantage on all saving throws.
What?
And is immune to any magic that tries to change its form.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
Turn it
You're a
into a small
squirrel.
ornament that we can keep in our pocket.
Hey, I've got polymorph as well.
Bronwyn decides he's done with this shit.
Well, the two new people are the only one
Leave the
engaged
party.
with this. You know.
There you go. That's what's in front of you.
Is Bronwyn? I'm not sure how quickly Bronwyn can share that ridiculous list. Is Bronwyn
Everything.
sharing anything?
It's resistant to everything, team. We might as well just give up.
Okay, what do you do, Bronwyn?
Okay, great.
I think that because it would be that's an action, and
Oh, okay.
getting there would.
That's
be
your
an action,
turn.
so-
Red, your turn.
Shout and stuff.
Red will, I imagine, have heard some form of commotion in that direction,
For sure.
Also,
Yeah.
Bronwyn legging it out the room.
and would have sort of like jogged over to see what it is. Red, upon seeing that, is going to cast. It's not going to cast actually.
It's resistant to everything.
No. I'm gonna use a bonus action to summon one of the spirit totems,
Ooh, nice.
and it's going to be unicorn spirit. So the unicorn spirit offers protection to those nearby. Advantage on all ability checks made to detect creatures in the spirit's aura. In addition, if you use a spell that restores hit points, it will restore hit points equal to druid level
To everyone inside it, nice.
to everyone inside it.
So, is what you're saying there that you're expecting to have to put people back
Yes.
together when they've been vigorously killed?
Yes.
Cool. Is that your turn to invoke that? Or is that a bonus action?
That was a bonus action.
Cool. So then you've got your...
I'll Red
Blast
won't
it
know.
with something. Blast it with something. What's the worst that can happen?
Lots could happen. I think actually, if I can't hit it with anything particular, mood. I'm going to cast Erupting Earth on the ground in front of it.
What does that do?
So, a fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on a point. Each creature must make a dexterity saving throw. Actually, that would catch everyone, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would affect a lot of you.
No, forget it then.
Brutal.
I'm just going to leave
Put it
that.
behind it and be within
Yeah.
20 foot of it.
Yeah, if you could...
Okay, well, yeah. Okay, in which case, I'll cast it so the cube will get it and no further.
Yeah. Let me just read what sort of damage it is. Bludgeoning
Do we need
damage.
to-
Crap. Get as a caster.
It needs to do a dexterity saving throw of 15 or higher.
It's not good on dex. No, you've got it. Give me some damage.
So I'm just casting it. 26.
It's bludgeoning though. It's immune to.
But it's a magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
Magical bludgeoning, and I believe the terrain in that area is now difficult terrain.
Yeah, you see from where the corridor was already in that room was a little bit broken, just spikes of earth erupt out from underneath and around it, and it definitely seems to have had an effect on it, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
So if it wants to move things, each 5 foot square portion of the area requires at least 1 minute to move by hand. I'm guessing because it's huge, it will probably take less time.
Yeah, and because you've put it on the edge of it, only really needs to take 1 step to get out.
Yeah.
It's not right in the middle of it. But then again, you've not put a hunter in it either.
Yeah.
Cool. Jackal and Elian, your turn together. You hear a great commotion coming from that corner as the earth rumbles and shakes.
After you, Matt.
All right. Is the other two still in the hallway? That's like very weak.
Yeah, they are indeed. Yes, they are.
Okay. I don't particularly want to run onto that.
I think I'm so slow that I'm still in the lecture hall.
Yeah,
I haven't left the lecture hall yet.
In the corridor currently in the broken corridor is Bronwyn and Red at the moment. Not particularly, either of them are not particularly heavy. If that golem was to come into the corridor, you might have issues.
Okay. Could I run past them into the room?
Yeah, you think so?
Okay, I will attempt to do that.
That pretty much will be your whole. It's like a double move to do that, though.
Okay.
Because you're the corridor is 70 foot long, and you're halfway up. So to get into the room would be 40 foot ish.
Okay. Could I reach? Oh no.
So you could do 30 foot, which puts you close to where the other two are. But you'd again just be in the corridor next to them.
Yeah. I'll go past them because I'll kind of get into the room because I'm still
double move. So you can see
bonus action.
Yeah, it's still a bonus actually. Yeah, you can see the door to the west, sort of at the back of this room to the west, is closed. You can see to the east, there's been a rock falling, and the golem is in that kind of area near the collapsed ceiling and the falling.
Okay, I don't really have anything bonus actiony that's not healing. No one needs healing,
Elian?
So that's it.
I will move just behind Bronwyn and Red. Don't have anything that I could hurt the golem with. I will. I'll cast magic weapon on my bow.
Oh, like it. You invoke the magic.
And as a bonus action, I will give Hunter Bardic Inspiration.
Nice. How does he do it?
So he will kind of look round and just kind of catch Hunter's attention for a second and just say, focus, you can do this. We're with you.
As you do that, you see the golem stare and lock eyes with him. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please, Hunter?
You're real wise, right? You're super wise. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Everything is going to be...
As the golem stares at you for a second, you feel magic emanating from it. You can't use reactions, your speed is halved, and you can only make 1 attack on your turn. In addition, the target can only take either an action or a bonus action on its turn, not both.
I can't. I didn't
we didn't
catch
hear
that.
The first thing
sorry.
you said.
Your speed is halved.
Yeah.
and you can only have one action on your turn, and you can either take an action or a bonus action.
Okay.
And now it's going to wail on you.
Hang on, you missed something when you were recapping, Adam. Didn't you say if he has multiple attacks, he can only make one attack?
Yes, you can't make more than one attack on your turn. You feel slowed down, joining his speed. As you see it kind of fix eyes on Hunter, as Hunter looks back towards what he's fighting, the Amber Golem clenches his fist. You don't even see it move. Just there's a swing, there's a blur, and then all of a sudden its hand is the other side of Hunter's face and blood is spraying out. And then another move as his elbow is the other side in the side of his head. The first one was 18 points of magical damage, and the second one was 14 points of magical physical damage.
It's magical, yeah?
32?
32, yeah.
But just in case you've got resistance or something like that against it.
No, I've only got damage to...
He moves in blinding fast, short bursts. So it's almost like watching a boxer when you're watching it. Literally he's here, and then the fist is the other side of his face. And then as he's kind of taken that and blood is spraying, that elbow comes across and knocks him the other side, and blood spraying out the other side. And then the golem doesn't seem to be moving at all again. Constance, your turn.
Ah, really? Heavens. Yeah, I'm just going to try and get into the room. If I can make it that far with people there.
I'll definitely let Constance go in front of me.
And I'm also, as a bonus action, going to cast Magic Weapon on my Warhammer.
Nice. So it's pretty much a double run, I'm afraid.
That's fine.
Where do you want to position yourself as target number one? Trying to be right in front of it? Trying to flank it slightly?
Yeah, flank it slightly. I know that Hunter can take a beating, so I will...
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you get to the side of it slightly. And we're back to the beginning. Hunter, it hurt.
I'm going to just uppercut it with my lightning claw.
Nice. Yeah, give me a roll. Oh, no, wait a second, sorry. At the start of your turn, I think you might get another save against it.
Oh, okay. Wisdom, yeah?
Is it start or end?
End of your turn, sorry. At the end of your turn, you get another save against it.
17.
That's a hit. On the money. You know what you need.
It takes 5 slashing, and it also takes... Well, how much damage does my...
And that's magical slashing, isn't it?
That's magical slashing, and it also takes lightning damage. I've just got to figure out what dice it is.
Okie doke.
I think it's D6. Yeah, it takes D6 lightning damage. It takes 3 points of lightning damage.
So 8 in total.
8 in total.
Definitely had an effect on it. Definitely. You don't feel he was resistant to that at all. You feel he took the full whack of that attack. As you see the kind of cackle of energy inside the amber for a second, that definitely had an effect.
I'm still slowed.
You were. Did you do another will save?
Yeah, it's 2.
Yep. Still slowed, I'm afraid. Bronwyn.
Right. First of all, as a bonus action, I'm going to use my Slayer's Prey. So the first time each turn I hit the target, it takes an extra 1d6. And it also means I get advantage if it tries to do anything that requires a save from me.
Okay, nice. He doesn't get a save against that at all, does he?
I don't think so. I think
no.
As a bonus action, you designate one creature you can see within 60 feet, and these are the effects.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah. You invoke it on it.
Yep. And then she's going to get one of her magical arrows. We're going to go for a +1 arrow.
Ooh, big boys are coming out.
Yeah. And she's also going to use her sharpshooter.
So minus 5 to hit.
Minus 5 to hit, but plus 10 if she gets it. And I have an advantage from last time.
Oh, you're going to use it?
Yep.
Nice.
I'm gonna get this boy.
Critical fumble, critical fumble.
Oh, there you go.
There we are. A good thing I had the advantage.
That's a big hit.
29.
So it'd be plus 11 as well because of the hunters.
So how much in total? Just give me the total, please.
So it'd be 16 magical piercing.
Nice.
Plus, you need to roll your d6 as well.
Oh, yeah, for the... Yep,
Yeah,
hang on.
hunters mark.
Don't you have something from Elian as well?
3. So that's 5, 15,
No
16,
point using
19. 19 magical damage.
19. Oh, ouch.
Even
Yeah.
if I rolled an 8, I still wouldn't have passed it.
As you draw one of your special arrows, and anyone near Bronwyn will see, she pulls out one of the nicer, more intricate ones. Feathers made by some rare bird. A kind of bright silver to the tip. As it spins and leaves a trail in the air as it strikes true into the face of the creature. It takes half a step back from that, hitting it, as it takes the full force as that damage, but the arrow with it just explodes into its face, and it quickly pushes itself back forwards. Red.
I get two attacks.
Oh yes, yeah, second attack. Sorry, yes.
Yeah. So did you say at the beginning that even if it's a non-magical arrow, it counts? Yeah.
We're
So
using
she'll
the Unearthed Arcana, where all rangers' attacks are counted as magical, even if they're not magical attacks.
That's cool.
Yeah, because it's so expensive to have a magical arrows constantly.
Yeah.
Give me a roll to hit then.
So she'll just use a standard arrow for the second one. Oh, critical.
Whoa, nice.
Give me some damage.
It's 11.
11.
Do you do a...
Oh, plus a d6. You've still got Hunter's Mark on
That's
him.
only on the first attack per turn.
Oh, is it?
That you get that. Yep.
What are we doing with criticals? We're just doing the standard...
Oh yeah, first one's maximum damage. So just whatever the first dice was, remove it. Let me
I
just...
take max damage on one of the rolls.
Yeah, let me just hover over. So it's 8.
Oh. So the max you would get is
Plus a
1d8
4.
plus 4, so
It's
that'd be 12.
12. And are you still taking minus 5 to hit? Or plus 10
No,
damage?
that one was just a normal.
Again, you strike true, and as the arrow strikes, it just shatters on impact with him as well.
Yeah.
He is tough, but you can see it almost looks kind of like liquid honey running down him. That kind of feel to him. Jackal and Elian.
Mosquitoes stuck in him.
Yeah. Get it on Hunter's fist.
Wait a second, I think... Am I before Jackal and
Oh, sorry,
Elian?
yes, Red. Oh, sorry, Red. That's 'cause
Is there anyone other than the thing? Is there anyone else in front of Red?
Hunter, presumably.
Hunter
and I'm
is,
in
yeah.
front.
And Constance.
And Constance has kind of gone round to the side, and Jackal has made his way sort of into the room and to the side, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm not engaged.
Yeah, so not engaged.
Just going.
Let's have a look. So a lot of my things are sort of area effects. It's very hard to use in...
Yeah, you're like, oh, big group of stuff. Let me smash you in with this.
Okay, with concentration spells, because there's one that I've got that's a buff. Do I need to? What does that mean? Am I allowed to attack while I'm using it?
If you take damage, there's a chance you might drop it, and you can only have one concentration up at a time.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Guardian of Nature.
Ooh, what does that do?
And I'm going to use the Primal Beast version of it. So a nature spirit answers your call and transforms you into a powerful guardian. For Primal Beast, bestial fur covers your body, your facial features become feral, and you gain the following benefits. Walking speed increased by 10 foot. Dark vision range of 120 feet. Strength-based attack rolls with advantage. Your melee weapon attacks deal 1d6 extra damage.
Oh.
So Red will sort of invoke this spell in Druidic, and the fur will sprout, and the face becomes almost like she's stuck between the wolf and the halfling.
Nice.
Bronwyn breaks down.
Looks like a small version of what
I love the idea that Red always copies whatever Gabriel is doing.
This little Wolverine just coming in after. I'm coming, buddy.
And then
Hunter is
I'm
having a
going
breakdown in the
to
corner.
attack it with the blood spear,
Ooh, nice.
and that will get an extra d6 of damage. So let me
Nice.
get my blood
So you've got-
spear.
and
Tiny
you've got-
carvan over here.
You can poke from behind Constance or behind Kunter. Who would you like to be behind?
From behind Constance.
Yeah, Constance.
Spear.
This
That
little.
was a 10.
That's a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Don't you have the unicorn thing so you can use your reaction to re-roll?
No, that's Hawk Spirit. Unicorn is for healing.
Healing.
Okay.
Jackal and Elian. I know. I think you get advantage from that spell as well.
Do I?
You make strength-based attack rolls with advantage.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Go again then. 19.
That's a hit.
So that's 2 piercing, 8 two-handed, but it's magic.
Okay. And then an extra D6
then-
force, please.
I'm just going to do that on my
Yeah,
thing.
that's fine.
1d6. That's 1.
47. Okay. Yeah, it all adds up. Tiny little cuts in his leg, which start leaking this ambery kind of gel stuff from as well. Jackal and Elian, your turns, please. Oh, I can't hear you, Elian.
Yeah, that's because I was muted like a clever person. Elian will unmute, and then Elian will look to Bronwyn, who he's next to, and say, "Bronwyn, nook and fire low," and then he'll shoot an arrow like straight past the Amber Golem's face. Like he's not aiming to hit it; he's aiming to distract it and leave it open for Bronwyn.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Commander's Strike.
Nice.
When you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of your attacks and use a bonus action to direct an ally that can see and hear you to strike using its reaction. And if you
Nice.
hit, you get a damage buff from me on that
Ooh.
attack, Catherine.
Here we go. You've got a giant chance here now, Bronwyn, to do... You've done some serious damage to it this round.
Cool. So I just
Make an attack.
You make
for it.
you
The
make
bow.
an attack, however you would
Yeah.
normally, and then if you hit it, you get a damage buff from me.
yeah.
It's,
Oh, nice. Hang on.
That's a cool ability. I like that.
Ooh.
Hit.
17.
It's a hit on the money.
Hey. So it was standard damage was 6 plus whatever this buff is.
It is 7 points of damage.
Nice.
In total,
No, that's the buff.
an
So
additional 7.
13.
Nice.
Mhm.
So 6 plus 7, 13.
13 magical piercing.
That's brutal.
Legolas in the house.
If you were gamblers, you would say he looks about half dead. Somewhere in the region of
Because that's a
that.
common phrase.
Half dead.
Guessing that was
Look about
another
half dead,
arrow.
mate.
Jackal, your turn. You're in the room with
like a
him.
cockfighting kind
You
of.
can just see arrows exploding into him as this tiny little angry-looking red with fur and muscles comes in and is like poking between Constance's leg with the blood spear. Hunter, although he's slow, his claw comes electric and does this big uppercut on him, which is still cackling with a bit of power. He's getting the crap beat out of him.
Right.
That's because we're very afraid.
How injured is Hunter?
I'm bleeding.
Very badly, or
Basically been punched in the face twice by a statue. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean,
Imagine how you'd feel after that.
probably not hugely hurt, but hurting.
Okay. I suppose lesser restoration is not strong enough to remove slow thing because it's not really. It says paralyzed, but not.
No, you don't think so. It's more of a magical effect on him, an ongoing magical effect.
And it wouldn't be like a curse or something like that either.
Don't think so.
Okay, cool.
We can,
I can't
Portugal.
debuff him with all my debuffs because he's like immune to everything. Alright. I'm going to... Okay, I'm going to dart in and cast Heroism on Hunter.
Ooh, nice. What does that do?
So it gives it... You get temporary... So you're immune to fear and you gain temporary hit points equal to the spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of your turns.
Wow.
So you slowly... it's just basically like a regen type of thing. So you gain 4 health at the start of every your turn, 10 health.
Cool.
Nice. That's really nice.
I don't know if it gives you it immediately now as well, but...
We'll say it does.
Yeah, okay.
So you've got a 4 hit point shield on you.
Yeah, and then I'll also...
Would that count as a healing spell, or is it a buff?
It is...
Is it a shield or a heal?
It's healing and buff, I don't know.
So it's healing.
Because if it's a healing, then that means he also gets an extra...
It's
It is
temporary hit
health,
points.
though, so
Temporary
it's
hit
not
points, so not a
Yeah,
heal.
so it's
temporary
not
hit
putting
points.
it back into him. It's,
Yeah.
it's
If it
just,
says I
yeah.
think if the word is healing though on the spell, then it's classed as a healing spell.
We'll say, I might review it in a little bit. We'll say temporary hit points at the moment. Is that a bonus action or your action, Jackal?
That's my action, really.
Okay. Can those in the corridor... No, fuck it. Anyone in the corridor, can you give me a reflex save, please?
Who's in the corridor? Am I in the corridor?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just Bronwyn, I think.
Bronwyn and Ellen.
Is
Yeah,
is this coming
there's also
from the?
Kasimir, I guess, is in the corridor too.
Is this coming?
Kasimir
from
hasn't come out the
golem?
room.
Yeah.
Of
Dex
course
save.
not.
Oh, come on.
Is this because of the golem,
His
Adam?
thing.
No, it's not because of the golem.
No, okay.
I think it's because of the floor.
16, Adam.
27.
Mm.
I'm a dexterous thing.
Okay. And can you give me one more, please?
Yes. Dex save. 23.
Damn.
18.
We had the right people in the goddamn corridor.
Yeah.
Let's wait in here.
Let's put the dexterous ones in the
Good
corridor.
job.
I'm glad I charged into battle. I would have been killed by the floor.
What a way to go.
Flying across behind you and erupting into the corridor where you are is a ball of fire.
Oh
As it
no.
explodes in the corridor and echoes down with this thunderous boom.
This is
And then a
gonna
second one does.
Oh no.
So the first one hits for 34 damage, but you both managed to save against it. Boo hiss. The second one hits for 22 damage on 8d6. What the hell is this dice? There's 3 ones in there.
So that's a total of 28, yes?
So 34 on the first one and 11 on the second. So you saved both.
Yeah. So
Half,
is it
yeah.
34 halved and then 11 halved?
34 halved and then 22 halved. So 11 on the
Right,
second
okay.
one.
So
12 plus 11.
20, right.
So 23.
No, 34 would be 16?
17.
17.
17 damage.
So 28
Seven-
damage altogether.
28.
28 in total, right.
28 in total, and that's with the save.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that would have been good if you didn't save. And
Every
the
points.
third one, bear with me.
It's either the skulls or Hessia. I'm going for the skulls. She's found us.
She's after
And that knocks that out. And then I go down to 42.
Mate, that'd be awful if your new character got killed by your old character.
And
Really shitty suicide.
Stay
Bronwyn,
alive until that happens.
take 4 more points of damage.
4?
Yeah. Oh no, it's not 4. It is considerably more than that.
Magic missile.
Sure.
Well, this is a roller coaster and no mistake.
Going on, Adam.
So
13 points of damage, please.
Oh my god!
who?
Bronwyn, as
What
you
did I do wrong?
look across the corridor and out of the arrow slits where you're kind of stood and just firing into this room, and you can see on each one a flaming skull just looking across at you.
Oh no!
They managed to
Right.
fire the fire through an arrow slit, through another arrow slit, across
And
a
into
hall,
my
and
face.
into a room that exploded.
That is the joy of magic.
That it's a directing thing.
What a wonderful time I'm having with this party. I'm so glad I decided to join you.
We need to go into the room.
You can see these skulls with their mouths open doing this, like the jaw is moving up and down as if it is laughing as it looks across. The flame around it has gone to this kind of greeny purpley change, and the eyes now burn bright red as the three skulls stare at you.
Wonderful.
Brilliant. Where in the initiative order is that, out of interest?
Right by the Amber Giant, I think it looks like.
Yeah.
And that's the Amber Giant. Who's he going to go for? 1, 2, 3 is Johnny. 4, 5, 6 is Constance. Constance. Oh, this is 18.
Nope.
Nope.
Has 19.
Oh, that's an 18 on the dice, so that's a hit. See, don't I haven't used the dice for him because I don't have him on D&D Beyond. Bear with me a second, sorry. Oh no, I do. Whoop. That roll some dice.
Haven't seen it yet.
No.
19 damage.
Okay.
It says 2 GM.
Yeah, I can't make it have the... Oh, no, it says underneath stone column. I can do all my hits on here as well. Oh, that's easier.
Cool.
I can put my dice away.
Thanks for those temporary hit points, Alien.
Yeah.
As the first fist at breakneck speed, and it's just impulse as you bring your shield up, as you feel the blow against it, as the shield gives slightly. And you're pushed back on the floor as you kind of hold against it. And then the second one comes as like a big haymaker over the top, punching down into you for 19 points of magical crushing damage.
Oh, crushing. Crushing.
It's magical,
Oh.
so you don't get resistance from it because you get resistance to free blood.
Crushing damage.
Yeah.
Constance, is it your turn to react?
Yeah, fantastic. Do you know what I do? I smash it. I'd like to do 2 attacks and a shield barge on it, please.
Nice.
In that order.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're frozen.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, magical warhammer.
Yeah.
There's 1. That's a 27, and a 15.
Nice.
So the first one is 12 magical bludgeoning.
And the second one
It's a
It's a miss.
Oh, it's
I
a
think
miss.
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you've got it's got to make a
It's a
Athletics.
strength save.
It's got advantage. Oh, I've rolled a nat 20.
kind of
Fine.
Yeah, the first attack comes in and you just get it right in the chest. As the second one, you come trying to hit its leg, getting ready for the shield barge, but you miss. And then as you come in with the shield to try and slam against it, it's just like hitting a wall. There's zero giving it at all. It doesn't budge an inch.
Cool.
Your turn. Finish, Hunter.
I get the 4 temporary hit points added from heroism. This is the start of my turn, correct? Yep. And then I will try and hit it with my lightning claws.
Yeah, give me a roll to hit.
Missing. Oh, do I still have the thing that Ellen gave me to do the what's
Bardic Inspiration, yeah,
Yeah,
last
you
10
haven't used
minutes.
it.
Oh, cool. What?
Until
Nice,
you
is it?
D8, I think.
I think it's
Big
D6,
inspiration.
No, not at my level of bard.
It
Oh,
might
really?
go up. Yeah.
It does go up. I just can't remember when. Hang on a second.
Never actually made it to level 9 as a bard.
I'm not a level 9 bard.
Oh,
But it is a D8. It goes up at level 5, so it's a D8.
D8. So I might as well use it.
yeah.
Oh, that'd be a 19 then.
Whoa, that's a hit.
That's 10, 11. Well, it's 10 slashing and then 1 lightning.
It's all magic, though, yeah?
It's all magic.
Yeah, give me a second.
Some slashing, some lightning, but it's all magic.
He's still stood. He's still stood. Yeah, he's not looking fresh.
Then I use my wisdom save again.
Yeah, see if you can break free of it.
Nope, I'm still slide.
Red, your turn.
Yeah. I'm going to attack it with Blood Spear again.
Yep.
And I've got advantage, so that's a 19, but I'll just do one more. Well, the 19, 1 piercing, 3 two-handed, and then... Huh?
Are
Hello?
you holding it two-handed or one-handed?
I think
Two-handed.
thing, so it's either one-handed or two-handed, basically.
Yeah, so
Pardon?
it's two-handed, so you did
Oh,
3
it's
damage.
two-handed, yeah.
So yeah, you get.
Oh, yeah.
It's 3 damage.
And then +1 for the buff.
Okay, so not the
It's just
solidest of shirts. 7. Adding up tiny little wounds on him, but he still stood. Jackal and Elian. Elian,
Have I been skipped?
who?
Yes.
Bronwyn was
Yes,
Well,
you
I
have.
thought I was.
Bronwyn, yes, sorry. Year before Red. Sorry.
I couldn't remember whether I was before or after Red.
No,
but I knew
you
it was
are.
one of them. Yeah.
Initiative is hard. Bronwyn, it
I am-
hurts. Stuff is on smouldering. Luckily, it's quite
I am on
cold in
fire,
here.
and I don't enjoy that anymore. I no longer enjoy being on fire.
You're not sure how stable this corridor is either.
I'm going to move out of the corridor and into the room as a first port of call, so that I do not become any more on fire than I already am.
I would like to be less on fire.
Fire. So for my first action, I am going to use my tireless ranger to give myself some temporary hit points because I've just burned all of the previous ones.
Yep.
So that's 1d10 plus 2. Ooh, nice. 11 temporary hit points.
Yeah, add those on in a second. And then
Yep.
for you, you've got one
And
action.
then I am going to... do I want to use a special arrow? Yes, let's use an arrow +1 again.
Yep.
Boop. 15 to hit.
Miss.
Boo.
It collides with it and breaks and shatters.
Damn it. The worst of all possible worlds.
And collides, but doesn't seem to do any damage.
Cool.
Finished?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Jackal and Elian.
I'm going to, if I can go first, I'll blast out a mass healing word of a 1 level up. So it's 4th level, which gives everyone 12 health.
Nice.
Nice.
Plus the druid level.
Everyone.
Plus,
Plus the
Oh,
druid.
and does that kick off Red's Druid Circle?
if
Yeah,
they're
it's a
within,
proper heal.
if we're all together, so
Yeah.
that's 9 hit points because that's my druid level.
Oh, nice.
So 12 plus 9.
12
Yeah.
plus 9 to
Freaking
everyone.
hell. That is strong.
Nearly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Have you seen this golem?
There's also 3 fire skulls.
Then I'm going. Then I'm gonna do Sacred Flame on the.
This is just a straight save for me, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I've saved against it. He's got advantage.
It's a dexterity saving.
I've got an 18.
You passed it in. Yeah, 16 save.
Yeah. You invoke it down and it strikes into him, but it seems to be somehow shielded. He seems extraordinarily magic resistant to spells.
Right. Can I just check, Adam?
Yes.
All of the party, bar Kasimir and myself, are currently in the room with the golem.
Yes.
And is the door from the corridor into the room where Kasimir presumably currently is open?
Yes.
Cool. So Kasimir knows about the fireballs. I don't need to worry about warning him. I'm going to run into the room and slam the door behind me.
Bye, Kasimir.
He'll catch up. I just don't want to be fireballed. And then I will shoot the golem. Doopy doopy doo. That is a 27 to hit and 11 points of piercing magical damage.
Ouch. Yeah, he's not looking fresh, my golem. Millions of small wounds and cuts and bits of him missing, and he's kind of leaking this like honeyness just dripping down him.
Yeah, that's me done.
My turn. He's going to risk it. Bronwyn, he's coming for you. You've been hurting him.
Oh, risk it for a biscuit.
Constance, you're going to get an attackable opportunity on him. And Hunter, you don't have a reaction. And Red, you'll get an attackable opportunity on him.
Sure.
22.
Yeah.
7 bludgeoning.
Magical.
How much in total, sorry, was that, Constance?
Oh, yeah, actually, I think I have a +1. I'll just check.
Yes, magic weapon, yes.
+1 bonus to attack rolls. Yeah, it wouldn't have changed anything. But it's also to the damage roll, so that is 8 points of magical bludgeoning.
Got it. Red?
20 to hit.
Nice, yeah. And some damage.
Two-handed, that's 8, and then +6.
Oh, man. Oh, mistakes were made.
12 points of damage.
He don't look well. He doesn't look well. Bronwyn, he's going to try and turn you into peanut butter. What is your AC? Oh, I don't care with that roll. Oh, I can roll it on here. Let me roll the second one on here, sorry. See if it does it. That roll? Ah, they both hit. It might only be for me. Can you not see the roll?
No.
Not on roll 20, but it comes up on the screen.
Yeah, so it still shows it's like a hidden roll only for me. Maybe if I...
It's on the... Yeah, it's on the...
here we go. Here we go. Look, I can... Let me do my damage now. I think I've got the hang of it. Did that damage come up? Yeah.
Yeah.
25.
It's just gone to you, though.
Oh, god damn it.
No, it's just to you.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I don't see it.
On the Twitch stream, but not on the Roll20 for us.
Okay, I'll play around with it and I'll...
Oh. Those are some big numbers.
52.
Yes. And they're green as well. Does that mean they're crits?
It's because he's rolling...
It's not hits, it's damage.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just big numbers. There's 8. If there's lots of 8s involved, they seem to be green.
3d8 plus 5.
Oh,
yeah. Right. As he just sort of marches through the combat, risking these blows, and regrets it instantly, as he does take half a stumble to the side from the 2 big hits he takes. But as he reaches you, the first massive blow comes in, which bounces you off the wall and back into the second one, as he just wails these 2 hits on you for 25 magical bludgeoning and then 27 magical bludgeoning.
Whoa.
Jeez. Ow. She's only a little elf.
Still standing.
She's not a chunky.
My face!
My beautiful face. My elven features.
Oh, and I do still have a plus from last time. Whoever gave me that plus.
Yeah, I've got a negative.
Damn it, Watcher.
I've got a plus.
I've used my plus.
Right, let me review my map. See that?
I am a smaller elf now, significantly.
Hit points do not equal body mass.
I have been flattened.
The blood, I guess. Blood coming out.
Yeah, you're a bit of a mess, but the flaming skulls can no longer see you.
That's good. Yay. Find the positive.
Closing doors keeps out fireballs, kids.
Constance,
I've got a horn.
your turn.
I smash, and presumably he's turned his back to me now.
I give you advantage, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let's do 2 smashes. The 15 and the 25.
Your 25 hits.
That was a advantage roll. So that was, yeah, and then the second.
And another one. 25 and 27.
Yeah, 2 hits. Give me some damage.
8 and 6.
Yeah, 8
1.
and 6.
Plus 1 each.
Yeah, so 9 and 7. So
16.
16.
He's still standing.
Ooh.
He's going to get another turn.
And as my bonus action...
He's not going to get another turn.
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm just going to try and slam him again, because it's fun.
Yeah, shield barge him.
Yeah.
Ooh, you might get him. 21 is the target number.
21. Is it like a strength test, or is it?
Yeah.
Athletics, I think.
Your
I
athletics.
think actually her one's different because it's a feat.
Oh, does it just go off the attack roll, maybe?
It goes.
Shield slam it
You
is.
can use the bonus action to shove. It doesn't really say.
If you take an attack action in your turn, you can use a bonus action to try and shove the creature 5 foot with your shield. If you aren't incapacitated, you can add your shield's AC bonus to your any dex saving throw you make against.
Yeah, that's a different.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you got to shove it. So
is that athletics? Not very well.
We'll read up on it, because it might just go off your attack roll. But we'll do that for next time, just so I know. Yeah, you ram into the back of it, and it staggers, but is somehow still standing. And we're back to the start. Hunter, you got the back of it?
Slowly make my way towards it.
Half speed. Yeah.
Just basically try and drag my claws all the way down its back, like putting all the electrical energy in it as I can.
Nice. Give me a roll to hit. I give you advantage.
21. 8 slashing plus 6 lightning. So 8 slashing, 6 lightning damage.
As you charge your claw up and kind of put it onto the back and slowly drag it down, you can see electrical sparks jumping through it, through the amber and coming out the other side of it as towards your side, Bronwyn. Parts of the golem start to puff out as the electric is pushed through, as it staggers and then falls over to the side. And there is quiet in the room for a second.
I open the door like this much.
There's a Kasimir kind of sneaking through.
I open it slightly wider enough that he could sidle through if he wanted to.
Yep.
And get ready to slam it when he sidles through. Shut it quietly. Shut it quietly, but firmly.
I think we're already given away. I think the massive explosions of fireballs and stones smashing stones.
You gently...
No reason to make a bad situation worse. Come on.
They probably do that whenever they see even like a mouse in that corridor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably a regular occurrence to anything else that's living here.
And we know that there's this weird wizard walking around and there's these other druids walking around. It could have been them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I like what chat is saying at the moment. I'm really digging the vibe that chat is giving off.
Yeah, thanks, folks.
I disagree.
The
soul found us.
Stand and catch your breath for a second. Kasimir looks at you. I would have been less than useless in this fight. I know how resistant they are to all magics.
That sounds like something you could have told us before we entered into this fight in the first place. Important information needs
You are
to be
still
given
leaving a lot of information
before
out.
we get to the situation.
Hunter did not give me much chance.
Before, as in before we arrive at this temple. If
I
you
didn't know
anything
there was
else-
going to be a golem in here.
Nor did I.
I mean, there's probably going to be
So
more
before we
than one.
go any further, Hunter, if you walk off again, you'll be left to die. You're smarter than that.
He nods.
Kasimir, if you leave anything else out from us, we just will leave.
Understood. We're going to have to deal with those skulls now they know we're here.
Not
Know much
this
about them?
second.
I know they're immune to a lot of stuff, and I list off all their immunities and
Yeah.
stuff.
So,
So what does that leave us?
Vulnerabilities?
Water.
You
A bucket.
know one other thing about them. If the flaming skull is destroyed, it regains all its hit points in 1 hour unless holy water is sprinkled on its remains, or dispel magic,
That's why I said
or
water.
remove curses cast on them.
Wow.
You need to drop them, then cover them in water of a holy type, or remove a curse.
Well, I've got holy water.
I've got holy water.
I've got a bit of holy water too. We got a lot of holy water amongst us.
Oh, maybe if we just push them together into a heap once we've broken them, we can just use 1 vial of holy water on all of them.
Yes. Well, it said sprinkle, not pour a vial on. I think sprinkle is a little.
It is a valuable resource. Let's not waste it.
Kasimir
Speaking of,
points to the sort of double door to the west, sort of the northwest of this room, but going west, and you can see clearly it leads out to that small balcony, which is completely open to the flaming skulls.
Okay.
Hmm.
And also presumably right next to that big statue.
Are there any other doors in this room?
Nope. That one. And remember, from that balcony, you can see a door, double door, open, going north.
Just one door on that balcony going north.
Yep, going north.
In the middle?
Yeah, about in the middle of the balcony. But remember, the balconies are only small. They're kind of just like this to the sides, Jackal.
With
And then you've got
okay.
the statue in the middle.
Behind the
So-
statue?
Yeah, so the statue kind of sits on the back wall, and then there's a balcony, a small balcony either side, and each one is a similar layout. So like a double door coming in from the side, and then a double door to the north. But this double door to the north is open.
Squirt round.
before we start discussing moving on,
Yes.
can I suggest some healers take a look at Bronwyn?
Yeah.
I can. She's mashed into the wall.
Yeah.
Hunter,
If you
you're back to
bring-
full speed.
Yeah.
If you bring
can-
her into this area
Yeah.
with the totem,
Who else is injured?
I can
You
look after
but-
myself.
you dealt with my burns quite eminently, thank you.
My form starts turning back to normal, but my my hands and my swords are still crackling with like lightning energy.
Nice.
Adam, how
if we
many?
have 10 minutes, I can get everyone back up.
I know cure wounds. I can sort myself out. Unless you can get me all the way back.
Well, if everyone is injured, I can have a spell can cast in 10 minutes.
I'm
think it's
I'm
only-
fine.
It's only
I'm fine.
Bronwyn now.
Okay.
Bronwyn, that's
I'll
I'm fine.
do a cure wounds on Bronwyn then.
How long does heroism last for?
It's only like a minute or so, I think.
I mean, thank you
yeah,
for
a
the
minute.
offer, but I can
The hit
cure
points will wear
wounds
off
on myself.
after the-
Yeah, just first of all,
All right.
peel Bronwyn off the wall.
Do you want to heal yourself? Go ahead. I can heal you too, though.
Adam,
I think you'll
Oh,
need
Yes,
to.
boss.
check it.
how many of the arrow slits on the other side of the temple actually can see the balcony?
All three.
Okay. How many of us can cast minor illusions?
You get +9 for each of the
Why has it done that twice? I think I only take the first one.
Yeah, and then you get +9 for the reds.
Nice.
So
That
6
ability
plus
is
9.
really good.
Yes.
Do you
6
want
plus
another
9.
cure on you?
How are you feeling, Bronwyn? Do you need more?
Hang on. 6 plus 9.
15.
Thank you.
Looking back.
Still not great.
I'm gonna cast
Okay.
Cure Wounds on Bronwyn.
No, I before you do that,
Too late.
No, okay.
9.
Because I can just heal 1 and not use any spell slots.
You got to lay on hands.
Yeah.
9 and 9.
Yeah.
She might need a lay on hands as well, I think, Constance.
Yeah, so there's 18 health there.
She took quite a battering.
Yeah. You took like 50-something points of damage.
Yeah. Okay.
That would have just knocked Hestia out. So I'm getting better.
I will go over and
knocked me out.
put my hand on her shoulder if she allows me to.
Yeah.
And put 10 points of healing.
Nice.
Which I assume also invokes the.
Yeah, well, this unicorn spirit is in this area, as it's not made of leaves or anything like that. It's the actual snow and dust in here. It's this form of a unicorn, as it kind of empowers the healing.
Big unicorn.
Detritus unicorn.
A bit of a gamey way of that then.
Like a Shire horse.
If you did lay on hands like 1 point.
1 point.
And then
Yeah, just keep pumping 1 hit point in.
1 point of health. +9, +9, +9.
That would be the way. That would work that way.
How long would the unicorn?
There might also be some DM lightning if that was to happen.
Bronwyn will basically shake Jackal's hand and shake Constance's hand.
And she
Thank
pops
you.
her shoulder back into position.
Yeah, the unicorn will have disappeared by now. It would have dissipated now.
Okay.
How many of us can cast minor illusions?
No.
I think it's
You
just
alone.
you. Possibly
Kasimir?
1 second, I'll tell you.
It's literally a cantrip.
He might not have it.
Can you do it? Because if you can do it, you can just cast an illusion to say that there's a wall on
No,
the balcony that we're about
he can't
to
do
walk
it.
out onto.
It's a 5-foot cube. It's the largest you can manage.
How far
And
is
you've
the
got
door?
Major. I thought Elian had Major.
He does,
It's a spell slot.
but bearing in mind that's a 3rd level spell slot.
What do you want to do?
Wait, if we
Well-
need to go from one door to another, how far is it from one door to another, Adam?
To run, it's about 20 foot to get to the door.
20 foot.
You would imagine the first person to run is going to get blasted by magic.
Can the doors be opened with mage hand?
How much can
The
it
doors
push?
are open.
They're open at the moment. They're already open.
Elian, can you minor illusion make a illusion of a person or no?
No.
No.
Too complicated.
While we're hanging around in this room, Hunter's going to be looking around, seeing if there's any of those secret doors.
Yeah, you don't think so. You have a good rummage, feeling rules and stuff. You don't
The
think
Amber
so.
Giant itself, anything like it's just now become amber, just a block of amber.
Big, massive block of amber.
Is amber a useful ingredient in spell components?
Might be worth
There is a
chipping
value
little
to
bit
it. Yeah.
If there's anything that's been chipped off in the fighting, I'll pick it up and put it in my bag.
Cool. Yeah.
Any chipped off bits.
So I can, if I can see the door on the other side of the balcony, and it's not any more than 30 feet away, which it isn't, I can open it.
It's already open.
So what we
on your balcony is open.
Oh, right. Okay.
Both doors are open.
The
In
one
which
on the
case,
opposite balcony, so like the sister balcony on the other side, which you can't reach because there's a massive statue in the middle, is not open, but the one on your side is open.
right. So it should be possible to run from this room into the room beyond the balcony in one action.
Yes.
And all we need to worry about are the 3 probably readied fireballs from the flame skulls.
And possibly
do
a
we have-
creepy statue.
Do we have some way of making them fire those fireballs early? If we throw something out there, maybe. Some sort of...
Like an elf wizard?
I might be able to help. Oh no, I can't find anything.
Are these things immune to illusions and things? Because they're immune to many
Immune to everything.
magical effects.
It's
so would
not-
they see through the illusion?
I imagine that they would see through a deceptory illusion that I was casting on them.
Yes.
But a purely illusory image is a visible construct of magic. It's not. It's not something that I have to fool them into believing.
I can cast protection from energy on myself, which would mean I would have.
Oh.
Oop.
We'll never know what's
Right.
going to happen.
We didn't catch the second half of that,
Cutting
Kitty.
out, sorry. I can cast protection from energy on myself, which would mean I would be essentially resistant to fire, let's say.
Nice.
Yes.
Kasimir, can you counterspell?
Yes.
However, if I was to cast that on myself, I would my weapons would cease to be magical.
That would be problematic.
Yeah.
I would.
Can anybody?
I don't think so far we have met whoever is in charge of this. Whatever power is behind all of it. That is what I am saving myself for. And I suggest you do the same.
Can anybody summon any creatures or any animals?
Yeah. I can use an animal to send a message.
That's
Don't-
not the
I
most
mean, we
helpful.
don't have an animal.
Red, can't you summon like spectral wolves and things?
Yes.
If we were to go back and pick up the body of that poor man who got thrown and threw him out onto the balcony.
Are you confident you can throw a body more than 10 feet?
Yes, I'm pretty sure I can. With the help of Constance, two of us
This is
together.
proper Weekend at Bernie's shit. I love it.
No, fireball me!
Can we put a note on him saying, please fireball?
I can cast locate animals, so I could locate an animal,
This is getting more and more like a farce.
and then we could use it as base.
Right. Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm willing to run in there and charge them.
This balcony that's out in front of us, this little balcony, does it still have that same wall
No,
around it?
there's no edge to this one
There's
at all.
no protection.
No edge.
Oh, and the bottom of it is like the far end of it is crumbling, isn't it?
The sister balcony, so the one on the other side is all crumbling. This one's okay.
Yeah.
So the balcony doesn't run the whole length of the room like the one we came in on?
That statue in the middle,
Quarter, and then the statue in the middle.
Okay. Okay.
which is blatantly going to do something as well.
Well,
The
we
statue
can't.
is the statue blocking the view of some of the arrow slits? Because if that's in the middle,
Unfortunately not, because the arrow slits are like halfway down the 60-foot wall, so they're kind of here, the statue's here, and you guys are here.
Okay.
So they're...
Okay.
Can we use this amber
could I-
giant
Goes
as
nowhere.
a
Could-
block? if
could
we
I use-
lifted it?
Sorry.
Is this thing
Yeah,
still-
it's extremely
Imagine-
magic resistant.
if we use this as a block, as a wall, and just kind of blocked their magical attack.
But how big is it?
Can I just confirm
Massive.
something?
10 foot.
So the wall, the door that we've just come out of from the place where we were fighting the amber giant is just a balcony that leads nowhere.
Is a room. So as you come in from the south to go kind of to the east, there's been a massive cave in.
Yeah.
So,
And that's where the statue was.
And that's where the statue was. Yeah.
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 And then the door going out towards the west, towards the balconies.
Yeah.
Is that just to the one balcony?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
so
the
we
one
can-
balcony, and then you've got a
we
small
went
door to
this
the north.
way.
Yeah.
There's the little
Ah.
church
So you
here
can
that we
go.
went in,
So there is a
and then we
door
went
north
up.
on the balcony.
And then
Perfect.
this is
Yes, there
where
is.
the amber giant was, and then out here, and then up here, there's a door.
Right. And
How
that
big is
north
this block
door.
of amber?
That door's open.
Yeah.
How big is
so
the block of amber?
we can move the
Heavy.
it's a 10 foot. Yeah.
How big is it?
Oh, well, there's
10-foot
as big as you want them to be. There's a big 10-foot lump of it.
Right.
An amber shield for the
Right,
amber
I'm going to
table.
lift it up.
Can we, if we used it as like if we all tried to lift it and kind of use it as a...
Can we lift it between us?
How far are we from how far would we have to pass between
20 feet.
About 20
feet?
foot. Yeah. You think... that's a good map, by the way, Jackal. You would think they're going to get one shot at the first person who comes out, you would think, and that's going to be it.
Given the limited
Grab the Lambo.
limited vision point, would a minor illusion be enough to create the impression of somebody passing the other side of the arrow slits, like down the corridor?
Yeah, they do.
Because we know they can fireball in there.
Yep.
That's true, yeah.
And all we have to do is draw their fire long enough for us to sprint across the balcony.
so about 6 seconds?
Yeah,
So if you made a shadow running through the crumbly hallway...
they'll
going back
probably fireball it,
and then we run.
and then we run.
Okay?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Who wants to go first, just in case it doesn't work?
I'll go first.
Okay.
It's a fireball, Jackal. It's all-encompassing.
That's true enough.
Okay, so I'm going to open one of the two double doors leading into that cracked corridor, back up quite a lot so that none of us are in blast radius of the fireballs that got us last time.
Yep.
I'm going to check everybody is ready, and then I'm going to use minor illusion to create the impression of somebody passing by the arrow slits
Okay, I can roll on here, can't I?
in an obvious heavily armored paladin type fashion.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Let's go. Oh, I'm just going to roll it as that. I can't find it. We'll call it in a second. I can't send to everybody, though.
We can look it on.
It makes me jump. Right, what you see is the first flaming skull. Just because of the way preparing a spell and waiting, using it as a reaction, you lose the spell if nothing happens that round.
Oh, right, okay.
So you see two beams of fire erupt out of its eyes and lance into your illusion. Nice. Yeah, it's just...
For a given value of nice.
I run.
Yep, you run.
Yeah.
Go.
First, one of the other skulls, let me just see who it goes for. It's got illusion or you, Hunter. Goes for the illusion as well. And the last one goes for you, Hunter. What's your armor class, please?
15.
I can roll it on here. First one misses, but second one hits. 8 points of fire damage.
Why did we get 8?
Because that was a scorching ray, I think.
Yeah, we would have prepared a spell that wasn't a massive burn.
Scorching ray.
And then I think we all just run en masse.
Yeah.
We're all running
Pile
right
in.
behind the...
Okay.
I kind of like pad myself down.
And I'll slam the door behind us.
No, I guess we all turn around to see what we just run into.
I look at Constance as my kind of skin's slightly burnt and doesn't look too happy.
You can see a long, thin room. So it's about 20 foot deep and about 60 foot long. Just to the left of the main door is another double door going west. And going right, you can see a smashed statue. The bare stone room contains a foyer. What the hell is a foyer?
Foyer.
A foyer.
Foyer. F-O-Y-E-R, I don't know.
Entrance hall.
Foyer.
Foyer.
Foyer. At the west.
It's a hall.
Like an entranceway.
Yeah.
Okay. And a shrine to the east. 4 candlesticks lie on the dusty floor. In the shrine, fragments of a shattered obsidian statue are scattered in a raised alcove in the east end of the chamber. 2 pairs of empty alcoves line the north and south of the shrine. Hunter.
Yeah.
So the statue's this side, and the double door's this side, and you guys kind of came in here.
Okay.
It's at the far end of the room.
Yeah.
Statue from where we are.
To the north, on the north wall to the east side, you can detect that there's a hidden door there.
But there's no other doors in this room other than the north.
That small double
One
door.
on the west. You say there was one on the west. On our left-hand side. Yeah.
There's a hidden door over there.
So the statue's north in front of us, and then there's a door.
The statue is to the east end of this kind of long, thin corridor like this.
By the shrine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, where did you say the hidden door was?
To the north, on the north wall, but to the east end of it.
Right. So next to the statue.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
Mm.
Did some good exploration.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was nerve-wracking.
I enjoyed getting hit by 3 fireballs.
Yeah.
I feel it's like a taste of my own medicine.
Yeah, I never had any medicine. Why am I having to taste it? I don't like medicine when it's burny and painful.
I think we needed more fireballs, if I'm honest.
If anything, there was a lack of fireballs.
Yeah, I didn't
Suddenly,
get
being on fire isn't so fun.
I
And
still have my
now I'm on
temporary
fire.
hit points from Elian.
And I don't want to be.
Sure, Matt, say that louder. I don't think
Yes.
Adam heard you.
I've not been touched at all. I'm perfectly
What?
healthy. Yeah, I have the temporary hit points from Elian and everything.
Yeah, I'm back up to full as well.
Oh,
God.
And I've only used one of my
Yeah.
spell slots.
I've still got some of my temporary hit points as well.
I've still got 9 spell slots to go.
I've burnt through all my temporary hit points twice.
EM
have-
Chicken is not big and not clever.
Well, you've done about a third, if maybe a quarter.
Ah.
But we've
Good,
only
good.
killed one of the things in here.
Yeah. And
One
that-
thing has been killed.
But
No, we killed the guy as well.
Yeah, we killed. Well,
Oh,
Killed the
well,
guy
then,
and the
sorry.
imp.
He wasn't.
And the
mad.
Everything.
Yep, I killed an imp.
Kasimir killed him. We didn't really do much.
I killed the imp.
Casimir's on our team.
Yeah, I guess.
I fully am of the opinion that he would have caused fucking problems for us if we'd let him
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
You're probably right. You're probably right. Well, you know
Even if it's
he's
just like running into things and kiting them towards us.
you know his master's around somewhere. You know his master has a staff and a spell book.
And it's probably in the flaming skull room, right?
Yeah, because the flaming skull's burning to
Definitely
death.
in the flamey skull room. Maybe he's
So-
one of the flamey skulls.
If we're very lucky, he hasn't risen as a flaming skull.
Maybe we'll see a flamey skull with a staff between its teeth, just like.
Just kind of fireballs us and then flies up and hits us with the staff.
Imagine how much would have been on fire if we still had Hestia.
Oh my god, it
The
would have
thing
been
would have been on
carnage.
fire.
Yeah, but
Like-
Hessia and everything doing fireball would have basically been immune to fireball. It would have
Yeah.
been the rest of us that would have had
You'd
a
have loved it.
terrible,
She would have been
terrible
immune
time.
And just shot fire back. Everything would have been on fire. She would have been having a great time.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been doing anything.
But she would have been having fun.
Yeah. I
Yeah, like the Watchers just said, it would not have been called Ember Temple at the end of it. Amber Temple, sorry. Yeah, no, it would have been
The
called.
Ember Temple, yeah.
Ember.
I'm on yellow.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Yellow
Thurs-
help. I'm like
Thursday?
okay, but I'm not.
next.
Yeah, does Thursday work next week?
Yeah.
Thursday, May. I need to double check. I'm getting very close to exams and
That's how much
stuff now,
damage
so I just need to double check
Okay.
timetables and stuff.
Okay, I'll try and get it so you can see my rolls on Roll20 because it's quite nice.
Yeah.
Me being able to make rolls on the game rather than having to roll dice and tell you I've crit you. And it's really easy. So, like, on the monster character sheet, I just get all the different dice buttons so I can make all the saves and everything.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like it. That's a cool little app we use. Excellent. So, hopefully Thursday next week.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
And we'll finish this bad boy off. I'm sure.
I mean, you say that. You said we're a quarter of the way there.
Yeah, but you had all the time getting here as well.
It's true.
And
True.
there was some world-class faff at the entrance. Like,
Yeah.
There was a lot of
Deciding whether
I think of it.
incredible faff.
You talked up this place
Yeah.
so much.
Guarded
We were
by
like-
giants.
If we get this first choice wrong, that's it. We're just gonna get killed by amber giants. That's
Like-
what's gonna happen.
We all had individual messages or phone calls from Adam, basically saying, "Yeah, you fucked, mate." Stars. like nothing else to it, really.
You're specifically making another campaign, so it's like we're all gonna die now. So it's like, oh, so we
Are
were.
you surprised that we're cautious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
It's
is...
like either we all
One
die.
was going to be
or
a trap. We didn't know which.
Yeah.
There's just an encounter in here I'm looking forward to so much.
Oh god.
Oh.
So beautiful.
No.
Sorry,
We all gonna die.
I shouldn't say that. Sorry, that was mean of me. Cheers, Gregory. Hope you're well, mate. Mucho lovo.
Yes, thank you to all our lovely watchers for staying with us.
Yeah, I
This
like it.
extra long combat.
Yeah, we bumped up to like 200 at one point, but then it came back down to reality again.
Yeah.
Got late.
Clearly, they were not fans of golems.
Well, we didn't die, so.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, let me end that.
So
make
next
sure it's-
week, probably.
Do you want to do positives and negatives, Adam?
Oh, yes, I
We
do.
still have the positives and negatives from last week that we haven't used. You didn't use
Don't
your
roll over, do
positive
they?
yet.
They don't roll
We
over.
said before they don't roll over.
No,
But Adam has
yeah.
a positive, so maybe the
Yeah,
rules need to
I
change.
should have used it. No, they're gone. They're gone. Okay, Watcher and CMKY, you can give a positive and negative out. And if anyone else is in chat, say so now, and I'll be nice. I would quite like a positive. Yeah, I should have used it. I should have just used my reroll on that giant.
Just smashed face.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think he missed, did he? Oh, he missed one hit against Pascal.
Yeah.
He missed once against you, and he missed once against Constance.
No, Matt, you can't
Oh,
give
yeah,
positives
Constance,
and
not
negatives. You're
Pascal.
playing.
Because I had Pascal.
I think Elian deserves a. Oh, how do I change my name?
Shush, it was worth a try.
My name on the.
Yeah, Red gets a
Yeah,
positive. That was a good
red
ability.
unicorn.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was on that Amber Giant was on +10 to hit.
Wow.
And Watcher, if you're still with us, give me a positive. Thank you very much, sir.
Or a negative, or a positive or a negative to one of the other characters.
Or you could also say in chat, they find a secret stash of arrows. That would be brilliant.
Find an old weapons
Getting a little
room.
bit nervous.
Hunter
Oh, Hunter
Hunter.
gets a plus.
Cheers.
Nice.
A plus for Hunter. Watcher, yo.
Lovely.
Pencil.
He didn't deserve that. Well, he kind of did. Yeah, you were lucky on one of those times when he hit you. It was a lot of ones. I was like,
Yeah.
ugh. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't. I keep forgetting that I've got it. I think my positive rolls over, so I'll keep mine.
No.
No.
Maybe we need to add that to the things to bring up in starting announcements. Who's got positives and negatives?
Yeah,
Yep,
that's true.
that'd be good.
Yeah. It'd be
Yeah.
cool if we could find a way to put a little like icon.
I probably can.
Yeah, like a little icon to put plus or minus on it.
When we have
Oh.
a negative, is that at the DM's discretion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to remember you've got it, yeah.
It could be at yours.
A little
I
icon would be
figured,
good.
yeah, at one point I was thinking, oh, I've hit it twice, and I could easily use up my negative right now, so I only hit it once.
I always forget. I love giving them out. It's fun. Anyway, right, cheers everyone. Let me stop recording.
Right,
Thanks,
thank you.
folks.
Bye.
Bye.